hustle and bustle of the city have you down? Do you wish you could just escape it all? Then come by the Dix Division Prepper Warehouse and speak to one of our highly trained and motivated realtors today. With prices ranging from pennies to millions, the Dix Realty team can find the perfect hideaway for any customer. Stop by today and ask about our lakefront properties and all new built-in escape pod options. Custom fitted for any dwelling and fully furnished, our escape pods are ready to evacuate you and yours at the moment the apocalypse starts. Dix Division Prepper Warehouse, your one stop for all life's needs. Open late Mondays and Thursdays on Comix Division's channel.
Insert Woody intro comment.
Woody.
Hello, everyone. How you doing?
Hey, do I get a discount at Dix Division Prep store? Do I get a discount? Since I'm on the show?
I'm sure we can work something out.
Yeah,
Okay,
discount. You get a discount.
Discount.
Yeah,
All right.
Yeah.
25% off.
We got you. We got you covered in latex.
The more you take from us, the more we'll take off.
I have
You
no
never
idea.
know
I'm
when
going to
you
back out
wanna
of this deal. I'm going to
escape.
back way out of this deal. It sounds, it's
I
getting
think
weird.
I'm backing out
That's
as
getting weird.
well. That sounds a bit much.
Have you met Nick? He is kind of weird.
Oh, I know. That's why I love Nick.
Yeah,
Nick
that's
is
why
our
he's on
lemon.
this channel. It's right in.
I miss you so much, dude.
I know, man. I can't wait till Vegas. Are you going to Vegas?
I gotta figure that out. Something happened, so I gotta figure out if it's gonna stop
It's
me.
not
going to
be the same, bro. It's not going to be the
I know.
same.
Yeah, dude.
I hope to go. Trust me when I'm saying it's serious. It's very serious. What could be preventing me? So I hope.
Yeah.
I hope it doesn't stop me, and I really hope it's actually for once. I hope that it's not huge.
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 Well, okay. Whatever it is, man, I wish you the best of luck. So,
Yeah, man.
Indeed.
yeah. Corey, how you doing?
I'm good,
Rocking
bro.
some shades, man. You looking pretty
Yeah,
pimp.
the lights are bright, but I want to keep myself at the G spot so I can handle the heat, you know. I'm all right, bro. I'm glad it's my Friday. This week's been stupid as hell, so I'm glad it's over.
Yeah, fair enough. I got one more day. One more day and F&T.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Culture Casino, how you doing, sir? What are you up to?
Fantastic. Fantastic. I just finished bowling with Lebowski. Had a good time, with the dude.
The dude.
Yeah, no, it's great, and we are coming up on Friday mañana. So, yeah, I'm feeling good. I hope everybody else is doing great out there. That's all that matters, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I'm doing pretty good. I had a little scare earlier. We had a storm blow through and lost power, so I wasn't sure if how bad things were going to be. But it wasn't so bad. So hopefully, we won't have to worry about any power outages later tonight. I think everything blew south at this point.
I think I got
Bravo,
that
man.
storm overnight.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, it hit me overnight. So I woke up every once in a while and it was like thunder and lightning and stuff. And I was like, then I went to sleep.
yeah. It's pretty funny. My my boss,
storms.
he hit me up. He's like, "Yeah, I gotta go batten down the hatches." So yeah. At least we got some rain, man, because it's been pretty dry down here.
You're in San Antonio, not Corpus.
Yeah, I'm in San Antonio.
It's dry everywhere.
Yeah, it's dry.
Dry.
I'm
We
not
got-
even in Texas, and I feel that.
We got destroyed with that storm yesterday. I mean, destroyed.
Really?
Yep.
Man.
Many much rain.
Right on.
I wish we
Bravo,
could
man.
get
How you
some
doing?
Doing great. I just got I made chicken parmesan from scratch for dinner tonight.
Ooh.
It was fantastic, and had a good day at work and relaxing, ready to do this. This is going to be awesome. Been looking forward to this one.
Did you kill your own chickens?
No, not quite that far from
And
scratch.
it wasn't from
Oh, okay.
scratch.
All right.
You
Yeah.
lied.
Fake news.
We'll do that one on
Yeah.
Culture's DIY
DIY channel.
channel.
I'll show you how to murder the chicken.
Here's my chicken.
Look at
grab them by the neck and spin. And there
Yes.
you go.
You just
I have done that.
Or if you want to make it more entertaining, you could do what my grandpa used to do and get a log with 2 nails, put their head down, chop it off, and take bets on how long it'll take it to stop running around the yard.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You know, Culture's problem is that he keeps wondering why the chicken choker DIY episode gets banned on YouTube. He hasn't quite figured that out yet. Yeah. Culture chokes his chicken. The 3 C's.
Community guideline violation.
like it's a tutorial. What?
It is. It's
not
how
allowed
to.
anymore?
So I worked for this one guy, and he went to India, and he was a bodybuilder, and he was talking about how he was going to like the markets, and he'd get chicken, and so he was talking about how they're pulling out of the cage, slit its neck, and then throw it in a barrel, and let it run around until it bleeds out. He was like, his eyes were like as big as saucers. and then they go and they butcher it and hand it back to him. He's like, and it was still warm.
Yeah, I wondered where you're going with that because we were talking about Culture choking his chicken, and you go, "That reminds me of my boss." And I was like, "Okay."
No, the whole thing with murdering chicken, not
got it.
Culture choking his chicken.
All right, got it.
Yeah.
We're off to a great start.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
And I didn't instigate it. It wasn't me.
No, it was all toxic man flu.
It's all me. It's all.
All I
Toxic
said was
man
I made
flu
dinner.
all along. Anyway, Nickweiser, how you doing, sir?
Sir, despite all crazy things, I am doing good. Had delicious pizza earlier, and it was the croissant crust, so that was nice. I had that croissant crust. I did a little cream frige like Randy Marsh. It's really nice. It's very tender. And it's good. So I'm glad to be here, hang out on TNT with the Dix boys, and hail to the chat and to the mods. It's nice to have Garrett in here joining us, and he's another deck that'll slide in very nicely with us.
For sure.
Oh, also, guys, can we get a huge in the chat for Garrett? I want to see the chat loaded with huge.
It's huge.
Huge.
I don't say it. I don't say it's a huge. Other people tell me it's
in the
huge.
chat.
I just go off of what they say, but they say it's huge.
So that's that 25%.
It's all below though. Like where it counts.
There you go. What's up, Tom? How you doing, sir?
I'm here.
You're here.
Hey, Tom.
Are you Moby again?
Hi, Tom.
Back of the
Hi,
youth.
Eeyore. How are you
Tom
doing?
Tom is fierce. He's feminist, and he's in your.
I'm pissed at Culture.
You're always mad at your boyfriend though.
Are you guys
So-
having another lovers' core?
You spat.
You don't have
You
time
didn't
for
choke
me.
your chicken? Is that the problem?
Why, Tom? I sent a message. You knew this.
Are you saying he's not catching your signals there, Pub?
No, he's not like looking at the group message. I'm like, I am still working.
I'm still working. I don't have time for you, but comics. Oh, I do.
You sound like Cartman, like being mad at Butters.
It's you.
Okay.
God damn it, Culture.
What you talk about?
All right.
Toxic's here too.
Yes, he is. My mad producer, Toxic Man Flu. How are you doing?
I had a crap day,
Oh.
but every day above ground for me is a great day. I'm still married to a wonderful woman who did her YouTube debut on Floral from Under a Rock's channel last night and had a great time.
Nice.
I'm very excited that Tom is on this stream. We needed someone to help carry this this episode, and I'm glad we finally got him on.
You
So
guys are
very
so
excited
lost
about
without me.
that.
Yeah, we've got quarter black Garrett and severely white Tom.
Mr. Garrett. Yes, he's here.
Well, he is 25% different. And
It's
we
Mr.
coined
Garrett
that,
said.
so-
I'm going to be posting in the chat Garrett's merch store, so you can get some of those shirts like those two gentlemen are wearing.
Yes, yeah.
Seeing that right there. So I'll be posting that throughout the night, and go out there and get some cool quarter merch. Out
I
there.
did
So
the colors on that. I didn't draw it,
did?
but I did the colors.
it looks good.
It's nice.
That's good stuff.
And everybody in the chat, please welcome our very special guest, Quarter Black Garrett. How you doing, sir?
Yeah, I'm doing great. Thank you. I'm glad I made it to this one. I was supposed to be on the last one, but wires got crossed, but I'm glad I'm finally back here.
We call that docking here.
Is that what
we are a docking station?
Yes. No, please stop.
Yes,
roll
total
over,
docking
roll
station.
Over. Yeah, but who gets the outside? You see,
It depends on who's circumcised or not.
That's right.
But what if you both are?
Holy!
Who gets to wear the?
Off.
And it's kind of like
wear the pants in the relationship.
No, it's just mashing two bananas together at that point.
That's what the syrup's for.
11 minutes in, and the topic of discussion is the best way to soft dock, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Thursday night.
It's a space.
Makes me feel like I'm still monetized at this point.
Don't get hard on.
You're not,
Have a soft dock.
What if
I'm glad to be here.
What if somebody's pierced through their urethra? Would that that'd be an interesting, that'd be troublesome docking.
I want to say that's called Prince Albert, but okay. Yeah.
Frauding's probably safer in that case.
Finger trap at that point.
Yeah.
And
then you can't retract.
But you have to come together and work as a team.
Yeah.
Come together.
Yep, you definitely have to come
exactly. Exactly.
Get it together. Get it together.
Wow, we have.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Thursday.
Wow. 12 minutes in.
Oh boy.
Yeah, tell me about it. All right.
So it's one of those kind of guests where we're all going to stare at each other for about 5 minutes, trying not to say something and not trying to step over Garrett and all that other stuff. And
I was actually going to commend Comix Division for his ability to bring such a small channel like Garrett on.
I'm so making the channel 40,000 people. Congratulations, by the way.
Hell yeah.
Thank you.
That's awesome, man.
40K. That's fucking crazy, bro.
Yeah, I hope the theme of your celebration is going to be Warhammer.
It was. I did a stream. I
didn't get to see it. I must be on these guys from you.
Let's see. That's what you get for not saying his Warhammer.
Hold us back up now. Nice.
Well, that's ironic. That's the exact same name I have for my penis.
Infiltrator?
Infiltratorus?
No, Warhammer.
I guess
but
which
what uses it on the screen?
Because I got to fight for it every time. I swear.
Chapter? What chapter?
Yeah, chapter. What?
That's
chapter
the question everybody asks, and I have no idea. I don't know anything about how the game works. I just went to the store and went. I like the way those look. I'm gonna get those and make.
Space Marines are the best, dude. You did well.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take them and I'm gonna paint them just because, I like Judge Dredd. I'm gonna do like a black and red kind of color scheme on them.
Nice.
Kind of make them look Judge Dreddy.
Yeah, that second Judge Dredd sounds great.
Yeah. Although I like both of them, the second one is the best.
I went back and I had to go rewatch it because it's been a while. How long did it actually take you to make that Judge Dredd helmet?
Oh, dude, I don't even think about it. Like over 40 hours at least, because a lot of it is print. So you print, and it takes a lot of time to print it. And I have a smaller printer, so you can't print the entire helmet at once. I made a video by the way. It's on my channel. And I had to make it in pieces.
Yeah.
So there's like 9 pieces total on it, and you have to glue them together, sand all the seams, bondo sand for hours and hours and hours. I was just watching videos and podcasts.
The one
it's exactly
is that you're watching you talking in the background. There's like always somebody that's on, whether it's like Gary.
Yeah, because that's what I'm watching, and I'm like, stop, record, turn back around.
Yeah,
go back to sanding forever. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. I enjoy that kind of stuff.
Well, the funny thing is it's like the retro flashbacks of Gary's office. Like, there's the one in San Francisco, and there's the one in San Diego.
Yeah, because it took me so long. Gary moved from one part of the country to another part.
Yeah, that was nuts, dude. That's a lot of sanding.
Yeah, I think if I did that in the future,
I'd freaking long time.
I'd do it a little different in the future.
What 3D printer do you have?
I have the Ender 3 Pro. So that one's like it's
a build
250, I think. It's 32 millimeters, I believe, or centimeters. I don't know that metric system. Okay. But it's like
men aren't good with measurements by eye.
Like this big.
Okay.
Does that help you?
Yeah.
So I can't fit an entire because even in the
Depends.
even in the
What's
size
the
of
circumference of your head?
3 inches looks like 6.
that, like you can't even print on the whole bed, so you have to print in this.
You
And
can't
that's not
print
a
on the
helmet.
bed. I bet
Not
you
a bed.
can.
That's not. And then you got to cut it.
We swore it was 6 inches, but it was only 3.
Yeah,
And he did leave a print on the bed. He did leave a print on the bed.
You got to scrape it off and clean
God,
it.
I can't remember the model
What
I
did he
have.
leave on the bed?
I suck at 3D
Dude,
printing it. I need to give it a shot again. Like everything I printed basically turned out to be garbage.
wow. That's
Except for like the default like test one of the little piggy bank, which I can't find.
level your table.
Dude, I have an auto level on there.
Well, if you printed something and the test print came out right, then it might be something in your actual slicer that's messing it up.
It's probably the
something,
slicer.
Or
My test print was fine.
Or your settings, because sometimes speed and temperature mean things.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, like, I have the FlashForge Creator Pro dual extruder, so that thing goes to work.
Well, aren't you fancy?
Ooh. I didn't
Dude,
understand a
Druider.
single fucking thing you just said, sir.
All right.
All I heard was Culture has a dual extruding penis. That's it.
And he likes to
You
do
might
it on
get
a
that
level table.
Looked at.
A level
You need to
table.
get that looked
Okay.
at.
That's probably something that has to get removed. I'm just saying.
Or you should at least go to a doctor and have it looked at.
Yeah, see,
Little
that's what happens
penicillin.
when you have a bad docking experience.
Yeah,
Mhm.
sure. Okay, so I also watched your Batman video.
Thank you.
That was cool. Freaking 2 feet tall.
Yeah, I could get it. You want me to get it?
Yeah, go for it, man.
Yes.
I mean, that thing is pretty slick, dude. And I mean, you printed that in like 6 pieces.
Yep. So here's my Batman the animated
wow.
series. I didn't model it.
Wow.
Didn't model it.
It looks like you modeled it. Look how good it
No,
looks.
I thought it's actually a free download. Somebody put it up online, and I was like, hell yes, I'm going to print that.
That is awesome.
And not only am I going to print it, I'm going to print it in a stupid large size. So it's very big.
How many
Not
pieces
3
did that
inches,
come out
not
in?
12 inches, 2 feet.
Freaking 2 feet. So
Yeah.
I printed that, painted it. It also took forever because you got to
Yeah.
you got to
Well,
sand
Well,
it.
the one
down
thing
on
you
that.
didn't do, because there's like this hole in the back of the head and the eyes were hollow. Yeah, I'm guessing you just put that in
I
afterwards.
gave up. I gave up on it. So I was gonna make a whole mechanism where you could press a button and his eyes would light up.
Oh, gotcha.
I've done. I've modeled all the pieces for it. I just haven't done the wiring because I'm not very good at like soldering and wiring
Okay.
and all that crap. So I haven't done that yet. But the springs are in there and the button mechanism is like ready to go.
From now on, I'm calling you Donatello, just so you know this.
Hey, I'm good with that. I like Donnie. Don't fall.
So
The
what
worst
you
parts are like all the little his like gauntlet spikes and his bat cape. They always kept breaking off, and I just like sand them back on and glue them. And I think that took longer than the helmet actually, doing all of that. Because again, I had to print it in sections and then line it up and then glue it together and sand it down and bondo.
Well, maybe you should get a double protruder like Culture's got.
Yeah, we can't all be well endowed.
Because it
You know, I just
sands
working with what I
and
got.
bonds at the same time.
And that's not all, folks.
it slices, it dices. Look at those tomatoes.
And it can still cut a can in half just like that.
Yeah.
It's the Ronco Casino Penis.
Keeping Miss
Always
Casino
a
happy
gamble.
for years and years and years.
It folds
Always a
out. You can
gamble that
use it
pays
as a
off.
fishing pole.
So Brightest Day is mentioning resin printers.
Take it camping, give it to Dad for Father's Day. Makes a perfect gift for Grandma.
Give Grandma the Culture bologna sausage for Christmas.
What?
I give it to my wife every year.
He's not wrong. Ian.
Yeah, once a year.
He's not wrong.
We're just one clip away
I
from
could get my blue
oh my
pills.
god, the
What? We would
Here
never,
we go.
ever do that. What? Warning. Anyone that was happening.
Oh my God, the cock.
Jesus.
I'm
not seeing that.
Welcome to the show.
That's great.
Oh my God, the cock.
Yep.
Exactly.
I have no idea when he said that. I don't even remember that.
Oh, I still have it downloaded. That was on a Monday night about 2.5 months ago.
We were talking about John Campea and Spider-Man Shadow.
Spider-Man.
Tobey Maguire's dick.
Yeah,
That's right.
Yep.
We
And
had
anyway,
Max von Priestley on.
that's right.
Oh, is that what Max was on?
That was when Max was on.
Nice. Love
Yeah.
Max.
And Culture said that Max's eyes got really big.
Can you say that on television?
You can't do
can.
that on television.
Oh, what a great show.
Yeah, it was great. So anyway, back to resin printing. Have you tried that out yet?
No, because it's kind of daunting. Regular 3D printing was daunting, like looking
That's
at
just easy
from the
mode.
outside. But that's
Culture,
like I'm
you
like
think everything's
liquids.
easy.
I'm like I don't know. It's also a space thing. I don't have any space to put it, so that's my next thing in the future. I'll figure that out. Since now I'm getting into Warhammer, I'm probably gonna want to make some, print some minis out. So I got to figure that out. But yeah, I mean, it's got like liquids, and you got to clean it out really well, and you got to wash your stuff. And it's a whole thing. So it's really the method of learning how to do it that I'm like,
So it's kind of
But
like
it looks
having a
awesome.
foreskin. You've got to clean it out, and move it around, do stuff.
I
things
wouldn't
like
know.
that. Okay. Culture.
You're obsessed with that tonight.
Yeah, but seriously, man, it's like you can get some damn fine prints out of those.
hell yeah,
Yeah.
hell yeah, you can. Man, they look so good, and you can print more faster. Because the way it prints is so much more
You can
efficient.
you can get a cheap Elegoo, with for not a lot of money. So they
I
know
really
Is
want to get
Culture
into it.
speaking English?
It's 3D English.
It's 3D
Just gotta
English.
pretend we don't understand.
But actually, EJL Liberty says something very specific, which is careful with the fumes. Yes, they are not
Right.
good to breathe.
Yeah, I don't really have like a good ventilated space in my area. I'd have to take it outside. I don't have a garage or anything, so I don't know where to do it.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Well,
It's like
you
I
have a
have all my
window?
3D printing stuff in my garage.
Right.
I do all my spray painting in a closet. So
Wow.
Wow.
And you don't wear any kind of
Yeah.
protection.
upside down too. I hold it upside down.
Yeah.
I do this.
Well, that's how you get the best hot
Somehow
out
the
of that.
stuff gets painted. I don't know.
Yeah.
Basically,
black
he's
out.
huffing. Okay.
Witness me,
blacked out there
blood
for a while.
bag.
Yeah.
Why is it Garrett on Friday Night Tights? Well, he's in the hospital.
He's
He
painting
tried
a
out that
project.
He tried out that new Gold 47. It was a little too much for him.
That's right. The culture goal.
We went from dicks to huffing paint.
Yeah, we did.
Well, that's kind of how our
In a
streams go,
closet.
right?
It was art.
And not just he was sniffing paint in a closet. He was the equivalent of living in a van down by the river. He was living in the closet.
Well, maybe you should come out of the closet, Garrett. Just say.
I only go in the closet for the paint.
If he wants to come out, I will still love him the same way. Nothing.
If I had a quarter for everyone who gave me that excuse.
Doing art, Mom. I'm in
I'd
the
have a
closet doing
dollar.
art.
Garrett, please come out of the closet.
Well, we inherited a printer that I've still yet to set up. My wife has put it in her office and is very ambitious with it. Our oldest asked for a specific one, and we got the wrong one. And trying to go back and forth with their tech support or customer support, we needed a translator. So in the end, he got the one he wanted, and we ended up with this one. So now I have to figure out how to do that. So I've been watching your channel, trying to figure out how to do it, and I realized that maybe I need to.
Is it a
watch
PLA
another channel.
printer?
I have no clue. He just said it was the wrong one and brought it back. So it could have been the right one, and we just bought two. I don't know.
That's a
He's
gamer move right there.
he's one of them slick kids. Yeah, them kids. You know about that.
You really sound boomer to me right now, Tux. I'm just
Me?
saying.
Yes,
you're
I'm
usually a lot
old.
more
I'm
tech
old.
literate than I am, but you're like,
I got the wrong one. I don't know. It's sitting in my room now. Looking good.
Put it
really
out,
shit.
moment on, and
Yeah.
we're shit.
Not to interrupt, guys, but I think Jim Zub might be calling Marvel out.
What?
Really?
Now he wrote Conan?
Well, he was one of the more recent.
Really?
Yeah, Midnight's
Yeah.
Edge episodes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. He
what's
starts at
going
the
on?
top here. He goes, I've worked for almost every major comic publisher in North America, big or small. The people at each company make it a pleasure or a hassle, a success or a failure. If you treat the staff like replaceable widgets, don't be surprised if you quickly lose loyalty, quality, and innovation.
That sounds familiar.
People
Look at
let
that.
go, things change. Making those decisions and carrying them out is tough. How you do it shows people priorities and values. Being a leader means making hard decisions and communicating with clarity and empathy. You don't get to step up personally, accept the wins, and hide your faceless brand for the losses. Or hide behind your faceless brand. Not if you have integrity. A lot of comic companies have leadership problems. People who either hold the wheel too tight and don't trust their teams, or don't exert any direction at all and let things drift way too much. It's tough balance, but that's what the job requires. I ran Seneca College's animation program for 14 years, and as satisfying as that was, it also took a lot out of me at times. Hiring, firing, mentoring, adjudicating. I can't talk tonight. Compromising and constant communication. You want to be everyone's friend, but you also have to uphold standards and measures and results. You need lots of empathy, but also have to hold firm at times. That was the job. I was far from perfect, but always have tried to improve and make people feel valued. Sounds to me like he's not feeling very valued by Marvel right now.
Is this like a
Probably
fuck
not.
you, I quit?
I'm wondering.
That's what it sounds like.
I'm kind of.
You know what it is? I think it's a job interview for this.
Could be.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
very
because
good
this
point.
actually
Damn, dude,
comes
I
up.
didn't realize that you creeped up over 1.6
He's
now.
getting close to 1.7.
This is coming.
Look
The
at
interesting
that.
thing is this is coming on the heels of Marvel losing the Conan license, guys.
Yeah, that's
remember
true.
this.
Oh.
So I'm very curious if you're not right, Garrett. If this isn't him a fuck
That's
you
what
letter.
it looks like. That is what it looks like.
Yeah, it sounds
How
like
much
it.
do you think it would take
and it's
for
very
some
interesting that it
independent
came
to
out.
grab that?
It makes a lot of sense why it would come out now. Rippaverse drops, and it's all about treating people with respect. And he's like, well, this fucking place that's supposed to be the best comic book industry here, Marvel and DC by proxy, these people fucking don't know how to run this industry whatsoever. They either hold it with an iron fist and don't let anybody do anything, or the opposite. And it's very coincidental that Rippaverse would come out at the same time.
And I'll tell
Well,
you
maybe
something
if
else.
Marvel would have bought a panel van, things would have been two.
I'll tell
they're
you something
big enough.
else. This, I think now that they've lost the license, I can probably say this. When we had Jim come on, that was a nightmare. Marvel wouldn't let him do it. Disney was telling them no. We will. You're not going on Midnight's Edge.
Wow.
And finally,
Really?
yeah, they pleaded and begged, and they were waiting to hear back on an appeal to the choice. And Jim said, "Fuck it, I'm just going to do it." And his higher up said, "Yeah, just do it. We need the sales."
Man,
We need the
Jesus.
sales, and they wonder why Conan's with Titan, which I hope Titan delivers with the book. I hope they do.
How did they lose the license?
Dude, they always lose a light. They have it for a few
Well,
years, and then
did
they
it
lose
lapse?
it, and they get it back.
For one, they ain't been making the sales. Let's be real. They ain't making sales for shit.
Mhm.
And then the other side of it is they're trying to ramp this up because Conan is being positioned now because they got the Netflix show coming. They're re-releasing all the old stuff coming up when they regain the license back at the end of the year or whatever it is when they get it back. They already got this company lined up that they're going to be doing this through. They're going to be doing new stuff. They've got a big blitzkrieg of Conan stuff that's going to be coming. They even got a really cool making of the movie book that's supposed to be coming out and stuff like that. So they're gearing up to like really amp up right before that Netflix show. You know, Conan's presence, and Marvel just ain't doing it for him. Right? That's clearly what it is. They're not selling enough books. They're not making enough waves.
I knew
with
it was a freaking bad idea when they got that license back.
Well,
But
Zub's books were good, right? Like the quality of the Avengers one that he was in was mix and match.
yeah, but
But
it's a
from-
deal. How do you just pull
Yeah.
out of a deal like that? Like if they sign off like the rights to Marvel,
I think it's just
they
when
can't
it came
go,
up. Well, it came up. They just didn't renew the deal. I think is what it is.
And the whole entity got purchased by a foreign.
Well, that's complicated. Conan Industries was technically already under a like this deal, and then just they're all under Tencent, which is under it's all under Funcom and Tencent now. So it's
China,
but it's still ran by the same guy. So it's complicated, but it's at this point, Jim was just the guy that was dealing with the comic side of things. Frederick Malmberg is the guy who handles Conan altogether as far as the actual property
so
itself.
Tencent owns the rights.
They own Conan Industries.
The Conan, okay.
That's
specific, not all of Howard's
technically
works.
They own all the Howard stuff except for what little is still out there with the Red Sonja shit. Yes.
Fuck. It's not good.
But
All
no,
right.
Malmberg is the guy who's actually overseeing stuff. So as of right now, as far as we know, things are still being like taken care of. The reason it's not on Amazon is because they couldn't see eye to eye.
Gotcha.
They wanted them to make it
Tom,
woke.
real quick,
and
I want to
you.
put a pin in because I want to get back to this because I want to talk about
I'm
Rippa
sorry.
stuff as well. But so I want to get back to Garrett's 3D printing stuff real quick. So what would you say is probably the most difficult print that you've had?
I would say the Batman, of anything, because of how detailed it is and how detailed like the pieces get, like his horn, like the ears on him, the bat, in the chest. There's a lot of detail work right there that you have to like really sand down and get really precise on it. So I would have to say that because of the way the model was, and not just like those pieces, the way he's standing. It had to be printed in a certain way and sliced in a certain way so it would fit on the board. It was a pain in the ass. My future plan, the whole reason I wanted to get into 3D printing is to create a 6-scale interceptor from Mad Max. So that's my goal eventually. I have the 3D model and I'm going through it and kind of like optimizing each piece for printing, and that's going to be crazy. Because it's a 6 scale, so it's going to be huge. It's going to be really big. But I'm afraid of that one. That was going to be a long process.
I'd be afraid of that one too.
I printed the steering wheel, and it's like that big, and I'm like,
does it come with the drunk racist actor, or is that a secondary?
How dare you? How dare you?
What?
How dare you?
I'm sorry.
Yes, it does.
Of course it does. What are you talking about? It's from Australia.
Man, that's gonna be interesting. I wonder how long it's gonna take to print that sucker out.
Man, I don't know.
You need to get a bigger 3D printer.
I do. I really do. That's why I think I'll upgrade whenever I go to that point to really start building that out. I'll get a bigger build plate.
Because
that's going to require some stuff, man. Like
There's
all the fenders.
Oh shit! Really? Damn.
Yeah.
Thingiverse is awesome. I actually found an Ed 209 on there, and they actually had where everything was already sliced out, and all you had to do is go and start printing it, and basically you assemble it like a model. It was pretty freaking sweet.
Yeah, that's where I got the Batman.
Yeah,
the Batman model was on Thingiverse. I was like, holy shit, this is like a professional model. And I looked into who made it, and he actually is a professional 3D modeler. He works on God of War and all kinds of video games, and he just was like, one day he just made it and went, okay, we'll just give it out to everybody for free. It's like, holy crap. I wish he would make like Joker or somebody else, and I could, or like a Robin. That would be great.
Complete the set.
That would be good.
I would do another one if he put that out.
Yeah, I mean, Thingiverse is amazing. I mean, they have so many different things. I mean, they even have like websites dedicated to minis.
Yes, there's tons of them.
Yeah. Yeah, I say I wish I had more time. But yeah, I know you got to make the time sometimes. But for me, a lot of it is it's like trying to figure out the settings, right? Because I printed a goblin miniature, and it was just like so, it printed, but it was just gross,
Yeah, like minis that's why you need the resin printers.
Yeah.
Like those are for minis. if you're printing something with that much detail at that scale, you have to go resin because it's just you can't get that much detail with a.
It's a much
PLA
cleaner
printer.
print too.
Yes.
Especially when it's small. Yeah, I mean, it's just like the regular, filament printers. It's just not going to do it.
Yeah.
Apparently, people have done it, but I haven't figured out the settings I need to do.
Well, it also depends upon your extruder head.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. How fine?
You have to have it. You have to have it down to like 0.14 micron or something ridiculously small.
How small does the extruder head need to be to do a full-scale Comix Division?
Very tiny. He's
Point
very
zero
Just-
0.01.
Yeah, that's probably right.
Yeah, it's probably.
Yep.
And you wouldn't even use a lot of filament. That would just be like this much filament.
Yeah. It'd be easy to do.
Yeah, your spool would probably hardly turn.
Comix is eco-friendly. That's nice.
Fastest
Oh,
print
God,
job
what is it?
ever.
There is this one site. I think they actually print it for you, but you can actually design miniatures. That was that one. Yeah, Hero Forge. Thank you. Because somebody did like Gary and I. Gary is like a Gandalf and me as a Hobbit, and I think it was pretty cool.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, you can buy them. I believe you can design them, and then they could print them out in different qualities, so they can print it out in like a resin or do an actual cast, like a pewter cast of it.
Yeah.
And all kinds of stuff. It's really cool.
Yeah. Have you guys heard of Shapeways? Because Shrap 3D put it in there. That's another one that'll print stuff for you.
Yeah.
If you don't have a printer. By the way, you can have somebody print you the parts to build a 3D printer and then build your 3D printer.
I know, that's so wild.
Yeah.
I've always
3D
thought about
printers,
using
3D printers.
for
And that's what they're going to do on Mars, by the way. They're going to send the colonists
3D printers
with barrels of filament. I'm not kidding.
Wow.
I swear to goodness.
That's crazy.
3D print the colonists.
Yeah.
Well, no, they're going to 3D print the things that they need in the
things they
thing.
need.
Because
Well, have you seen the massive 3D printers that print like buildings?
yeah.
Like those are so cool. They could just shoot a robot onto Mars, print the 3D, the building out, and then you show up and you've already got like a little colony built already while you're flying there.
Aren't they putting a couple of those, 2 or 3 of those on the new aircraft carrier, next generation aircraft carriers they're building? I think they're doing that.
I don't know.
To print parts.
Oh, it wouldn't surprise me. You can get metal 3D printers.
Yeah, I mean, they do exist.
Yeah. I mean, in fact, a lot of the newer ones will print metal pieces. In
My
fact,
brain just went printing munitions.
now there's like
to a certain point you could. Yeah.
Well, now there's wood filament printers that you actually are, printing with like the equivalent of balsa. You also have printers that print with flexible materials now, like Filaflex and stuff. So, like when I'm printing joints and things for various things, I can actually print, with one extruder the part, and then I can print the joint that needs to bend with the flexi filament, and then continue on with ABS or PLA or whatever.
He's got a hand.
Yeah. Oh, wait, I wasn't really going to show off. That's just one example of the stuff that I do. Yeah.
Could you do something like this for me? Just real quick. Let me show this. Can you do one of those?
Taco burrito.
Okay. Yeah.
I think we can make that happen.
Is that an AOC burrito?
That's an AOC taco right there.
Look at that booty.
Courtesy of bone. Yes.
Look at that booty.
Look at that booty.
Yeah, that's good stuff there. Yeah.
I'm confused by the whole AOC taco thing. I don't know what that means.
Jill Biden, AOC.
Yeah, I figured
Alex
it was
Stein, all kind of. Yeah.
Oh, what did Alex Stein do?
You haven't seen it?
No,
you haven't seen the.
No.
Alex Stein went to Capitol Hill and followed her, and while she was like going up, he was like, "Look it's AOC. Look at that Latina booty. Look at that."
My
booty.
favorite big booty Latina.
It was like,
Booty
Latina.
So good.
So sexy.
That's what he
Oh,
said.
because he knows that she fucking hates that shit. That's funny.
Oh no!
She
and
went.
then on
she
Twitter
loved
it blew up. She like posted this racist guy or this horrible whatever was following me and calling me a Latina and said that I had a big juicy booty. Like, she blocked him and stuff. It's so.
She was furious that the
great.
Capitol Police did not arrest him for sexual assault for
Yeah.
talking at her.
But in the video, she was like all like, "Hey, how's it going?" and shit like that. Like, what the hell was that all about?
I think she thought he was a fan at first until she got.
He
close
said
enough to hear what
he
was
is a
saying.
fan of that big booty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Juicy Latina booty.
I mean,
what a
he
simp.
made that pretty clear in the video. I mean, it's like,
Yep.
that's his favorite big booty Latina right there.
You know, like as much as it's kind of like, oh gosh, Alex is it's kind of cringe, like doing that crazy stuff. That's what they deserve. They need to be made fun of because this whole shit is. It's like you're always crying about being in January 6th and blah blah blah. You need to be made fun of. Like, that's why Alex is so good.
Yeah. It was literally like 9/11, Pearl Harbor, and Independence Day, the movie, all at once. Garrett, you know this already.
I can't believe we're still talking about it. We still had another hearing. Are we done? Can we be done with this?
Die Hard.
I don't know, dude.
I like that they rolled that out the day after all the Hunter Biden stuff came out.
Well,
they're like, oh, hearing. Let's get a hearing out.
Yeah, we need to bring out a
again.
We need to bring out a complete liar that we can completely be shot the heck before the end of the day.
Yeah, and Marby Dog, he mentions culture jamming, which I kind of love this idea of doing, like with the stuff what Tim Pool's been doing with running billboards. So
yeah,
I think there needs to be more of that.
Yeah,
agreed.
Here's what we need more of.
Oh no!
And we need more Legion of Memers.
Yes,
definite, sure, but we need more stuff like this. We really do.
There we go,
buddy. Why do I never make it into any of these damn memes?
Because I can't find a good headshot of you.
I have sent pictures to everybody. Just ask me. I'll send you the green screen ones.
Send me the green
And the
screen
dick
ones
pics.
because I need to put you on Richard Nixon for
Hell
the Dick's
yeah.
Fathers. Let's have it.
I'm not a crook.
I mean, to be fair, Tom, I'm the one who told the Legion to get Coheed and Cambria out, and I didn't make the cut, so it's fine.
See, that's bullshit.
You did. So you see this shadow right there? That's Brahmabull.
Oh my God! Look at the cock.
You're the shadow of my
Look at the
dick, son.
cock.
Yeah,
Look at the
Oh
cock.
my God, the cock.
Oh my God.
Which is worse is like when you catch it on the replay by accident.
So you can tell it's photoshopped because of the cock.
You can. You can.
Just a quick update on the whole Jim Zub thing. I guess he's referring to Ani Press, who just fucking shit canned a bunch of people, evidently.
Really?
Yeah. So that's what that's all about. So yeah.
So, as we all know, Rippa launched his comic book, and which is amazing. 1.6 mil. That's
huge.
That's huge.
Huge.
But have you guys heard about what happened with Reddit? How they basically banned any talk of the Rippaverse?
Man, that shit echoed onto 9gag, and I actually heard it from there first. I was like, what?
Oh,
like I was on some second-rate bullshit meme site, and I found out about it. So that's how much Rippa's making waves. It's hitting people that don't even recognize our community.
Yeah.
Would you say that Rippa's making ripples?
Yeah. Oh God. He's ripping things apart. Yeah.
He's ripping it up.
Mad Rippa.
Rippa's got ridges. Is that true?
Hey.
And on his videos,
no, that's too far, Culture.
I
That
don't
might
know
even
him.
be
I
racist
haven't
for
met
all we
him.
know.
You guys have met him.
I've
On
met
his
him
videos,
twice, I think.
he doesn't look like he was expecting any of this.
No,
at all.
God.
No, he wasn't.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, he's
that's just
confident.
beautiful to
He's
see.
very confident, but yeah, I don't think he knew it was going to be this big.
Yeah, Garrett, describe
Just like the whole thing with like getting 10,000 signups, by F&T. He didn't think that was going to happen.
No, he didn't. I mean, obviously, because he didn't order enough.
Yeah.
He's like, shit is back ordered, which I knew was going to happen. Because, like, come on, Rippa, you should have known. But I mean, he's what's awesome about Rippa is that he is so confident, but at the same time humble, which is crazy. It's a crazy combination to be that and be like, let's order just this amount and not expect to get completely blown away, like is what's happened. And it's fucking so awesome to see because he's been fucking working his ass off for a long time, ever since I've known him. And I've known him for a short time, just a few years, but he's always his work ethic is like the top.
Well, that
and
work
it's great to
ethic
see
and
it finally pay off.
Yeah, that work ethic and humility are gonna carry him way further than anything that Marvel and DC will ever do again.
Well, the other thing too is that he put so much skin in the game to get this going.
Yes,
and a lot of money that he put in before he even launched the campaign.
$200K.
Yeah.
How much of this has to be relief?
Crazy.
He said that was everything he had.
Yeah.
Right. So
bet on yourself. It's the best bet you can make. But seriously, Garrett, where do you think this ends up 70 days from now? Because we're at 1.6 million. Where do you think this thing ends up?
Man, I don't know. So I've followed some campaigns. Now this is a completely different platform. It's not Indiegogo, so it's not going to be one-to-one, right? It's his own thing. So who knows? But I've seen other ones kind of come and go. And I was on Doug Tenaple's, I think his Earthworm Jim, the first Earthworm Jim book campaign. I did the trading cards for that campaign.
Yeah.
So I was watching it while it was going through, and you kind of have this trend where it's spikes really large in the very beginning. So right now we're still in that kind of honeymoon phase. Then it kind of dips down for a little while through the middle. Might have a pop up and down every once in a while, and then right at the end it shoots back up again because everybody's looking at that number going, oh, there's 3 days left. Oh, there's 2 days. There's 1 day. There's 5 hours. So they got to get in. So that's where you make a lot of money in the beginning and the end. So I don't know. I mean, if we're still, this is like a week out, not even a week, and we're at almost 2 mil. I mean, I'm seeing maybe 4.
Wow. That's
maybe
even
4.
Yeah, that's higher than I was even thinking. Goodness. Wow.
Well,
I mean, if we get that upswing again, but who
Yeah.
knows? I mean, this is his own thing. He's a massive like YouTuber that does things on the Blaze and on YouTube, and he's got his band, and he's got all these different things going. So this could be even more, kind of traction, and you might not even have a lull in the middle, or it won't be as low as some other campaigns that I've seen. Wow. So who knows? I mean, this could be pretty big, and this is only the first book, which is fucking insane.
Book, he's making massive waves. I mean, he's
reinvesting.
Yeah.
I mean, he's talking about, he's not just like, this is the one book and we did the campaign. Yeah. Pocket the rest of the money. He's talking like, we're buying a van. We're buying rolling ladders. We're buying maybe a second van. Maybe we're going to buy. So he's buying like pallet jacks and shit. And like, he's investing back into the infrastructure of doing this for real, not just one book, a whole company.
Yeah.
But I love how he's going about it because he's telling everybody what's going to happen. Well, if we make this much money, everybody's going to be full time. If we make this much money, we're going to do this. That is a beautiful way to do things. And
the stretch goal stuff. Yeah, I mean that way everyone knows what the money is going to.
Yeah, and transparency is key, especially when you're trying to build culture. Dude is building culture,
and that's what we need more of too. And it's amazing because it's pissing all the right people off. Right, these crazy leftists that are Marvel supporters, Marvel stans. And the thing that I'm not gonna say it's funny, but it's hypocrisy. What's the first thing they do when they encounter a black man that is in opposition to them? They start dropping the N-bomb.
Right.
Oh, and it's like calling him uncle or something.
Yeah.
Uncle,
And it's like,
you guys
well, that's what happens when you're a minority and you don't agree with the status quo, at least as far as they consider it, because look at what happened during Roe v. Wade, and the same thing's happening now with everybody else.
Yeah, Clarence Thomas. I was going to bring that up.
Yeah.
But it's funny because, like, you compare this stuff to, Moses Ingram and what we saw, 3 things, right? 3 things. And
one of them was really actually racist. One of the 3 things she showed. Yeah. The other ones were just assholes saying asshole things.
Yeah.
The other one there was one.
I can guarantee we could probably go out and find way more stuff that was targeted at Rippa than was targeted at Moses Ingram.
Oh, easily.
Yeah. And
same thing with Gina when they tried to claim that she wasn't canceled. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like we got the receipts for that shit.
Yeah. There was one account that straight out called Rippa the N-word on Twitter, and it's still a valid account.
Yeah, I love how
they haven't ripped them.
I love how reporting
What's up with that?
Works on Twitter.
It just shows you that all these people that claim to be allies and not racist and the caring left, they're all fucking lying. It's all lies. They don't mean anything that they say, because the second somebody like Rippa comes out here and is clearly successful, they start calling him the N-word and shit. Yeah. And it's like, you guys are full of shit.
I'm
We
not
all know
racist,
it.
but so and so's a brah.
Yeah.
It's like you fucking
Yeah.
Because they don't think that their own rules that they advocate for apply to them. They want everyone to. They want to lay out all these rules and how they're the beacon of virtue and hope and optimism. But the minute someone does something 0.5% different, you are the istophobism, and they're gonna call you everything that they say is bad. But it's okay because they're the ones doing it. They don't care. They don't care. This is why I tell these people don't play reason with them. This is the equivalent of them trying to get into a fight with you and them decking you in the nuts. You're gonna have to deck them right in the nuts back.
Yeah,
there's gonna be a time and place where you're gonna have to do that.
Shoot him in the nuts like RoboCop.
Yeah, buddy.
And remember,
shoot him in the
what really
dick.
gets me is the whole thing that happened on Reddit, where they basically not only just banned the Rippaverse from r/comic books, but they banned the account of the dude that posted about it.
How is Reddit still a fucking thing?
I don't know.
Well, and
they banned the account.
They did.
Yeah, they banned the account.
The person that had posted it because they said that it was a hate group, and I'm like, is Rippa Comicsgate?
No,
yeah,
that's what he hangs out with that. But
first of all,
even if he wasn't, who the fuck cares?
Now, well, first of all, they inaccurately describe Comicsgate as hate group and then they affiliate him with Comicsgate, which he isn't.
Right. It's the same thing that with the article that came out trashing Jeremy and the Quartering and Ryan. What they did is the Fandom Menace one, where they say the Fandom Menace, and then they say a bunch of things that are racist are supposedly racist, but aren't really. And then they tell stories about things that are racist, but they aren't what Fandom Menace is. But then at the end of that, they tell you the story about racism. Then they attribute that in your mind as a reader. If you're not thinking, you go, oh, well, then that means that the Fandom Menace is racist. Well, and then they go on to explain Ryan, Jeremy, and then you link these people to racist group. And then you think that they're racist. It's like fucking. It's how they're
not only that, but it's like most people don't read the article; they read the title,
right?
They read the subtitle, and that's it, right? So that's I got my information. Comicsgate is a hate group. Fandom Menace, Fandom Menace is a hate group. Blah blah blah. They don't read the article. They don't do any more research beyond that. They don't look into the people. It's like the whole thing with anyone like Bannon is a real good example of this. Oh, Bannon's this real terrible person. And if you just listen to the media, that's what your opinion is going to be. But when you actually listen to the guy speak, you're like, oh, wait, this is like completely opposite of what the media is saying it is. And it's that same tactic being applied to, these individuals. And it's ridiculous. Absolutely freaking ridiculous.
That's why you got to do your own research. I mean, it's sad that we live in that world where a journalist is not really a journalist. But
critical thinking is racist, and you don't do your own research.
Yeah, just let the media tell you what is right and what's wrong. Let the people that are writing articles where like 200 people read this article, they're the ones that really know what reality is.
You're
CNN.
right.
CNN is reality.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I don't get about these articles that come out. All this emphasis is put on these little bitty articles from other articles that are also not being read. Right. Like, why are internet sites writing articles? Why is that so important?
Job to tell us what to think, Garrett.
It's like the same playbook. You have a tiny place like The Verge or Kotaku or some of these places write a shitty little article. Nobody reads it. Then you have CNN, MSNBC, all these bigger ones co-sign, take that article, and then boost it.
Yeah.
And then imply that it's real. It's like,
our next video is actually touching on this with the Ezra Miller shit, right? Because you had an article way back in March that said basically, like, the short version is that Warner Brothers is committed because it's going to cost way too goddamn much money to replace him, right? That was what they were said back in March. Then they had that expose come out, and they basically repeated that same thing.
Yeah.
Okay, and from them repeating that same bit, you had every Tom, Dick, and Harry article out there writing, Warner Brothers is still committed to keeping Ezra Miller in the Flash, despite all his problems or whatever. You insert your headline here, or whatever. And that's like you're repeating shit from months ago. That's an editorial part of a Variety article
Yep.
And then, of course, they would post it to that, but like they're going off on this shit like it is. It's like, first of all, that's from an article that now that I've been hearing personally made Zaslav's top blow. So, because that was that expose was like bad, right? So that's the thing and that's exactly what you guys are talking about. You have all these little sites that'll run with all this nonsense. And it's the same thing with the Elliot fucking Page business. Right. Like the headline is Warner Brothers will consider Elliot Page for the Flash. Yeah, they'll consider Elliot Page for the Flash, just like your parents will consider getting you a fucking pony when you're 5.
That's right.
Right.
Like that's about as much as they'll consider that.
Comix actually did get a pony when he was 5, but it was a miniature pony.
It was,
and it was still
I mean, even as a child, it was short too. So I could.
To him, it was
pony.
a regular sized. Yeah.
Actually, no. Technically, it wasn't even a pony; it was a miniature poodle. So yeah.
Damn.
With a saddle on it.
Wow.
Yeah.
No, but real quick.
No, you're 100% right here. Yeah.
Culture. All I have to say, man, is I'm really looking forward to tomorrow's 6-minute nap.
That's some lore I don't know about.
Oh,
the 6-minute daily
Monday.
puts me to sleep.
Nah, but good on Rippa. Hopefully it keeps growing. Hopefully he goes 2, 3, 4 million.
Oh, I hope it goes farther than that.
I hope it goes much larger.
I just want to ask. So, doesn't this feed into the idea of the empty internet, right? Because there's so many of these tiny little entities, right? I mean, look at what BuzzFeed did. They used a SPAC to do an IPO, and now it's worth $1.60.
So, Culture, for the people out in the audience who don't know what the empty internet theory is, can you explain that?
Basically, everything that you're consuming is written by no one, or it's written by a very few people, and it's regurgitated and resourcing and pointing to a lot of empty. There's a lot of empty out there, and there's very little actual content that you're fed on a daily basis. Everything is continually repackaged by a very small few entities. That's it. If that. And of course,
it happens everywhere.
There's an expanded thought behind the empty internet, which is 85% of what you read is
fake.
Yeah.
So the entire internet fits into 6 minutes every day with Culture.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty much. Every single business day or every weekday. Yeah. You get the 6-minute daily.
Think about 15, 20 years ago, how big the internet was. And it was like, man, there's so many websites and it's so impossibly large. You can never see everything. Yeah. And it's over the time has been curated to this like handful of websites that everybody goes to. And inside of that handful of websites, it's the same bullshit over and over and over and over. And it's constantly changing, but it's the same.
Yep. And
it's different, but
and
it's the same.
They even make it to where normal people can't access all of the internet either.
Right.
So they're limiting your access to the information and then limiting the information that you have access to.
And it's interesting. They don't even have to limit you. They just put it in a place where you just can't get to it. Like, which is a weird way to say it, but like, it's just not readily available. You can go to these websites still. They're there. But whenever you go to Google or
they're not gonna
anywhere to any search engine, you're never going to get suggested that stuff. It's always the same handful of websites.
When's the last time you actually went to a website that wasn't, nobody does anymore. You're right, Garrett. It's all, and everything new is a new social media network. That's all it is.
Right.
And all that does is link to everything else. And it's those 5 or 6 news organizations. Like I used to go to all kinds of different websites all the time. I used to have a whole thing full of them where my day would start or end with me just going to those websites and checking shit out and doing my thing, whether it was news sites and whatever and forums and whatnot. But now it's all kind of just completely fucking just you go to Twitter and you go to Facebook.
I remember
there used to be X-Hamster and Tiggo Biddies and all those kind of sites, and now it's just like XXX.com's the only thing out there, and it's
I remember which film site I would go to all the time for film news and rumors and stuff like that. Well, no,
not that kind of film.
Not that kind of film. But seriously, and
you used to have Ain't It Cool News. You used to have all
the
well, that was a search engine. But
well, no, but I'm just saying those GeoCities, these are all popular websites way back in the day.
Remember Alta Vista?
Alta Vista, yeah. LimeWire, as far as downloading
all that stuff. But I mean, it's like the radio industry was this way. The television industry is this way. You know, radio used to be huge, and all these independents and all those things now. And I used to work in radio. Tom worked in radio, and I used to program my own shows and music and things and stuff like that. And then it just all canned. All you are now is somebody pressing buttons. And then they took that away, and they're just satellite and pushed out the stuff.
No, you're right, Tox, because basically, like, you guys probably hear the same exact shit that we're hearing in every fucking town. Like, there's basically 5 feeds now, and they all feed the same thing. And the only time you hear a live DJ is once in a great while when they come in to do local shit. And 9 times out of 10, Tox is right. That's pre-recorded, fed in through a deal, and you got one kid on the other end just pushing buttons.
Like try and find an album rock station these days. I used to be able to program, and I'd take, okay, I'm going to do Dark Side of the Moon, and I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, and just play the whole album and just let it go and have an experience. No, at this in top 40 hit, and you got the same 40 songs in a row
on every, not just one town, but every town. Yeah,
and they all sound the same.
Television used to have a lot of local programming. Now that's all gone.
Local newspapers are dying. Internet. Local newspapers are dying by.
Well, that's kind of where it started.
Sadly, that's like the only legit news left is local newspapers,
and they're fast, quickly disappearing, being shut down,
going the way of the dodo.
Yeah, and it's just, you know, and then it comes down to like, where is your media from and why? You know, and I did a story about this a couple, 3-4 weeks ago. Media trust is at an all-time low, not just in the United States, but globally. And the new Gallup poll just came out a few weeks ago on top of what I was covering. But think about this. People like, or entities like the Gates Foundation actually sponsor or pay for particular news segments that you see on various channels. So it's a new world, kids. Yeah. And the thing is the other part of news, and Tom will tell you that this is true. The trade magazines that we're always, you know, going to for entertainment news and pop culture stuff and everything, they're actually just writing a story basically on a press release. If not, the actual story is sent to them directly with very little modification on their part.
That's so gross.
The AP controls so much of what we see.
Well, the AP is filthy with garbage all the time.
It's all access media shit, right? It's like, if you don't print this or you do print this, then we'll give you access to this. And,
right. And but the AP is terrible now. They used to be like one of the last stalwart entities. Reuters been corrupted for several years. The minute the news puts a paywall on top of what they're doing, you got a problem, because now you're a completely different entity, and you can be easily manipulated with the financial side of things.
Well, it used to be so much different. Networks, like, it's almost impossible to get an over-the-air network now. I mean, if you can't live in a big enough city, yes. But like rural areas cannot get television anymore. It's almost damn near impossible. And that's what pisses me off, is you can't even get it free over the internet, right? You usually have to have a cable operator or some shit to get television.
That's changing.
They better, because that to me is illegal as fuck.
Right, because the airwaves are supposed to be public, and you're supposed to broadcast and stuff from there.
And not only that, like, I wasn't as surprised, you know, when they did that thing like a couple of years back where everybody's like showing like all these news organizations parroting the same exact fucking thing, word for word for word. Like, everybody was like acting like, oh, we got him, we busted him. I'm like, no, not really. I'm like, that's the same shit. Like, we are told at the station, like when I worked at the radio station, and you know, I had to basically adhere to it because it was like my, you know, I had an FCC license. I had to do what they told me to.
I know.
And it's like, so I'm only allowed to fucking read what they sent. I can't deviate from that. I can't change anything. Because if I do, then I'm seen as editorializing and shit. But yeah.
That's an interesting idea. So radio waves are a natural occurrence.
Right.
They're locking you off from having access to a natural thing.
Yep.
Like, it's radio waves. If I can build an object that's a machine that could connect me to the radio waves and broadcast sound into the radio waves, which are natural, I should be able to do that. And it's crazy that they can lock you off and keep you from doing that.
Well, some of that,
it's like you can't breathe. You can't,
because they can't regulate.
It's like that fucking Lorax movie
Yeah.
where they're like, canned air. That's like, you have to buy the canned air.
Why can you not take your battery out of your phone? Because they want to have latent power so they can always know where you are.
See, the thing is, Garrett, is if they cut us off from the airwaves, if they cut us off from the, you know, the way that everybody can access it, then that way they can control everything, right? Like that's all it's all about.
Carrier pigeons, people.
All right, guys. We need to get some super chats because we have quite a few built up right now.
Rippaverse.
Yeah, we'll talk about that.
No, you already did. I was just trying to bring it back because that's where it started.
Just wing it right back.
So, brightest day for $2. TMF symptoms number 4. Truly impressive swollen nuts.
Whoa.
I would highlight some of these, but for whatever reason, they didn't make their way into StreamYard, so I had to go and look them up. Yeah, it's kind of weird. But I did get this one for brightest day for $2. TMF symptom number 5. Elon Caliber Musk.
There you go.
All right, here's another one. TMF symptom number 6. Overwhelming crave for sand.
Is he saying I have sand in my vagina?
I don't know.
You got sand.
Oh, sorry. I didn't scroll all the way. Overwhelming craving for sandwich.
Oh, sandwich.
That
Yes.
makes more sense.
I really enjoyed it when Mrs. Flu hit him with that bag of beef jerky. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
That was fantastic.
In the face and the mic at the same time.
You got hit. You got jerked in the face.
No, he got quality meat in the face is what he got. I mean, let's just be
From my
honest.
wife.
No facial to cap it off, man.
Quarter blacks. Like, are we really family?
I asked my wife on stream, I said, go get me a sandwich. And she opened the door and threw a beef jerky and hit me in the face.
You heard it over the mic. It hit him in the face. It was pretty funny.
It was
Wow.
Great aim.
Yeah.
I just like to point out Western Civilization in the chat. Thank you for that Total Recall. I just really enjoy that chat right there. That's all. That's all.
Triple boob.
That is all.
Oh,
I appreciate it.
Civilization.
Tell me, when I was a kid,
Well
Total Recall.
That's right, Titty.
It's the part where the VHS gets messed up.
Just
Going back to it.
And, yeah, no matter how many times you adjust the tracking, you're always going to have the fuzzy there now.
What did you do, Tox?
She just came in, opened the door, and threw another beef jerky at me. So she
Thank you, Mrs. Flu.
I thought you fell off your chair or some shit. That's what it felt like. What the fuck happened?
I was like,
What, did
Tox
Tox have a fucking heart attack on stream or what?
yeah.
Oh,
She's a much better shot than I am. I'll tell you that. She hit
I
me
love
right in
your
the
wife.
forehead.
That's
And I turned around too. I turned around and it just went right off my
Oh,
forehead.
I should have been known. I know the sound of meat hitting a face any day.
I bet you.
Yeah, we hear that in most of Culture's 6-minute dailies.
you took a shot from the flu.
That's right.
Wow. How?
A flu shot.
Yeah, you
Okay.
Funny shot, Bill. It's a flu shot.
That is awful funny. All right, River Miles for $5. Rippa and Terra, the mainstream, a new one. Absolutely.
Rippa and Terra, the mainstream, a new one.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
JS Penny for $1.99. Latent grooming.
Oof.
He always says that. I don't know why.
He's grooming us or we're grooming him.
I don't know.
He might be just brushing his hair. Like just
Could
quality,
Am I the
quality-
only one who noticed that Culture looks like the Big Lebowski tonight?
He brought it up several
No, he
times.
mentioned it like
he
6
was
or
watching
7
it
times.
earlier.
Before I got here or when I was here?
No.
Before you got here.
Okay,
Yes,
then I got an
probably both.
excuse.
He's mentioned it more than he's had lunch with Gary. I'm just saying.
Could you imagine if he had lunch with Gary
Here's the
wearing
thing.
that shirt?
That could happen.
Oh, if they both
Well,
went
Gary was
bowling.
wearing the pineapple and pizza shirt.
Yeah.
that would be
Don't even
the
bring that
best
up.
ever.
I don't bring that up.
No.
You.
That was my dinner tonight. That was so good.
Disgusting.
Yeah. I got some special Hawaiian pineapple shirts for Vegas.
Okay, well now
Just saying.
you deserve a facial in the face for saying that.
Yeah.
Sick.
As opposed to a facial,
A facial
not in the
in the
face.
face.
I don't get it. Yeah. In the face.
You know where
If it
this
had-
facial is
if you
going?
get a
Your
facial with
face.
pizza, pineapple and pizza, that's an acid attack.
It is.
It'll burn your face off,
Listen,
man. If you leave
Well,
it there long enough.
This
All right,
is real
so
good beef jerky. too.
Jizz Pena is saying, because y'all late, and I can't say gay in a super chat anymore.
You ju-
Have you tried the GH?
Do it
Yeah,
with a
no,
hard
no.
H.
E-
Like
K.
Fillings.
Okay.
Yeah,
Why are you
K.
okay?
yeah. Super chats are funny like that. Eric K for $5. Who is this guy in the middle? I'm not sure, but I have seen him sneak on the stream before.
He has this mad habit of coming in through the back.
Look, by the way, look at his hair.
Sneaky like that.
Look at his hair. It is growing. Look at that phenomenal.
I know, dude. The weird thing
it's like
about
way down
watching
here
those
too. If it didn't have curl.
How short your hair was, and now it's like super long.
Yeah,
he's actually mocking your weave. It's actually attached to the beanie.
It's the beanie. Yeah.
No, man, he is a quality hair guy. I'm telling you right now. I'm going to
from one hair guy to another hair guy.
Right when we go right when we go to market, I'm going to send him some products to test out and tell everybody how great they are. So
hey, if anybody wants to sponsor me,
what, you're bringing some weed?
I'm just hoping it gets long enough that it can't be put into a man bun anymore.
That's actually what I'm at right now. It's so long I can't really. If I put
fantastic,
it up, it's so long.
Dude, you would be surprised. You'd be surprised. I've seen people or dudes with hair, to the middle of their back, put it up in a man bun.
Yeah, and I'm going.
How do you do that?
I see it
like too much
around, like you're it's crazy, like you're making a beehive.
Do it in pigtails.
All right, but now, hear me out before you poo-poo on this idea, but you could grow it out long enough to put it in one of those cool Japanese ponytails.
That's what I was
like 7 inches of like wrapping, and then you could like whip people as you walk by with it. Like
and you never take it out.
A top knot.
That'd be great. Not even the top knot.
I'm sorry, but unless you're Japanese, though, that looks totally gay. I'm just gonna say it.
Yeah, but I mean, Garrett's a quarter black, so he's allowed to appropriate Asian culture. So.
Primark Vulcan for $4.99. Nickweiser flavor number 72. Jill Biden's Taco American Tonic Juice.
Oh. Nice.
Wow.
Oh my.
If I had exactly.
That's funny as hell.
No, I'm fucking serious. Like, because it just doesn't work on anybody but Japanese men, right? Like, it's kind of like a fro on a white dude. You know damn well he lives at home with his mom and has a waterbed.
The flying tomato looks amazing.
Hey,
Claudio Sanchez.
I actually knew a guy who had all those things.
But it's the same waterbed he's had since 1976.
But
yeah,
great. Doesn't need to change. You never have to innovate.
But Fletch had the best. Fletch had the best fro I've ever seen.
Do they still make waterbeds?
Yes, they do.
I
Do
doubt
they?
it.
Yeah,
Do they? Man, they're so fucking heavy.
You would think by now they would make like gel beds or something.
They
get way
are
past
so
that
comfortable.
shit.
Oh wait, you can make your own gel. Okay,
No, culture, no.
You can. All men can make their own gel.
I'm listening.
We know.
That's gonna get.
And imagine how tired Culture's going to be after that DIY show.
You got to fill the whole bed up, man.
Today we're
He's
filling the
chafing.
waterbed with some homemade gel.
As a matter of fact, a man can only produce a tablespoon worth at a time. So this is going to take me 7 weeks.
This will take me a while.
This is Cultured Bill.
So I've enlisted help of my 2 best friends.
It's like that My Little Pony jar.
Cultured Bill, where we build juices.
I ain't jerking off into your bed, man. One friend.
You hear that, Tom?
Mikey's like, I'm game.
So after Garrett tries your hair products, and I can see the headline, Quarter Bald Garrett.
Oh, no.
What percentage
yeah.
of your hair products is made up of sperm? I want to know this before.
None.
I need to know the ingredients.
Plus,
None.
It's
the
secret ingredient in every single one.
No, it's all
The
natural.
secret
all
ingredient
natural.
is love.
Well, wasn't that like a thing for a while? Like there was like fucking bull sperm or whale sperm or some shit in shampoo for years or something
like that. Yeah,
I think that was only Chrissy Teigen's.
Was it?
I regret bringing this topic up.
So do I.
No, you don't, Tax. Admit it.
You should. You should feel deep shame right now.
I am.
Thomas,
we will cleanse the palate with a super chat from Mags for
And then
$5.
he says cleanse the palate.
This stream is gonna be
Huge. It's gonna be bigger than China.
We're not saying it. We're not saying it. They're saying it. They're saying it's huge. All right.
I've seen many streams before, but this is the hugest stream that the Dix has had ever.
What we need right now is a Garrett and Nickweiser Trump off.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we should.
No, I think Nick, you got it. Please.
No.
In fact, I heard the stream is gonna be bigger than Thor in China.
It's gonna be bigger.
Oh wow.
It's gonna be bigger in every way possible.
China.
From China, because China.
But not
Remember
China. China. China sucks, guys.
China.
Let's be real.
China.
China sucks.
Right. But Garrett's doing De Niro doing Trump.
Yeah,
That's
see,
the
I'm
worst
doing
thing.
like
Kinda
I'm like a
is.
meta.
Very
I'm like a
so.
meta.
Yeah,
It's amazing.
that's 5D
and
chess
then I do
right
the
there.
no, I do like the lip thing that Baldwin
Garrett?
does.
Yeah.
Say you're good, you.
Yo.
You,
Wow.
you good, you.
It's pretty close to De Niro.
That was
man.
3 characters at once, guys.
That was kind of 3 characters at once.
We're gonna be clipping the
which
shit out
ball
of
I'm
this
so
show.
deep in it, I don't even know who.
Which Baldwin
is.
was that supposed to be?
Matt Damon.
I feel like
Damon.
All right. Pinochet's helicopter tours for $5. Driving home, late night working, but the Wrangler needs some love to make the trek from MA to TX. Where's he in? Massachusetts and Texas? Yeah.
Texas.
Enough about me. So 1.6 miles in 3 days is good, right?
million.
Wow.
1.6 million in 3 days is good.
It is for
Referring to
sperm.
Rippa.
Yeah. Oh, 1.6 mil. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not only good, it's freaking awesome, dude.
Yeah.
Hey,
That
man.
is amazing.
The number one comic, right? The number one comic in the mainstream was like $219,000 in sales.
And Rippa can officially say, "Suck it, I'm better than you."
Oh, fuck yeah. That's
receipts.
the best part.
The actual comic, not manga, right? Because manga doesn't count. They're trying to make manga count, but manga
Probably
does not
why-
count.
It's probably why most of Oni Press got fucking laid off.
They did. Yeah, all the senior positions, almost all of them. I was looking at that.
Are they just not selling anything?
No, I said that's probably the result of the Rippaverse doing as well. They're like, what the fuck is this shit? And they're like, fucking, you're fired.
Yeah.
They're like, wait a
No,
second.
I was kidding, but
You
still,
can
it
still
could
make
be.
this much money on comic books? You're all
Exactly.
fired.
That's what I'm thinking. I was half kidding. Like, I'm only half kidding. Like,
The only book I ever read by Oni was the Damned. That was a good book.
But I mean, you've got
what's crazy about it all.
Did they
just
do
real
Scott
quickly.
Pilgrim? Didn't they do Scott Pilgrim?
Yeah,
Maybe
that's
they
Scott
did.
Pilgrim. Yeah, they are Scott Pilgrim. What's crazy about this is this: they had 2 panels scheduled to go at Comic-Con. They're both effing canceled.
Gee, I wonder why.
They fired the moderators.
What? So they still have the people that were going to be on the panel. They just don't have anybody to moderate.
Dude, it's crazy, right? So there's there's 2 senior figures remaining.
I guess they got rid of a bunch of their staff or something like that.
Yeah.
That's what Jim Zub was going off about. I guess.
Yeah, there are two senior figures remaining at the time of the writing of the article that just broke just a few hours ago. Steve Ellis, who's like president of games and operations, and Michelle Gwen, who's an associate publisher. But yeah, so those panels are like, they're not happening.
It's not like anyone's going to really show up to those panels anyway. I mean, come on, let's be honest.
No, I mean, when was the last
Maybe like
time
a
you read an
Lorenz
Oni
panel.
book, right?
Yeah, the Taylor Lorenz panel. Yeah. Definitely not an F&T panel. We actually packed the house.
No, damn.
Oh, dude,
Fucking
wait until
hack
we
that shit.
to Orlando. Because Vegas is going to be huge. Orlando is going to be
huger.
Thank you.
Huger.
You said Orlando. I thought you were singing ABBA's Fernando. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
Yeah. All right, Mags with the super sticker for $149 of a very phallic hot dog.
Hey.
I'm kind of hungry now.
Yeah, I bet you are after seeing that hot dog. Bryce Steak for $2. The quarter black Templar Garrett.
I've gotten that request multiple times. I might have to paint a squad up.
nice.
Yeah,
Just
dude,
one-
I miss
One shoulder pad
Warhammer,
black.
but it's definitely a time sink when it comes to painting your shit.
It's also a money sink. It's
Oh.
expensive as hell.
Big time.
Dude, one of the best painters that we've got in the fellowship is Bruce Lombardo. Bruce paints stuff
Yeah,
all
Bruce.
Really?
day
Hell
long.
I wish I didn't give my my Space Marines away, but
I can write
did.
my name in the snow.
Yes, I bet you can.
That's big painting.
It is. Your Muslim uncle for $4.99. The best thing about Eric's ban on Reddit is these super lefties banning a black man for his thoughts, like the Klan. Now only if they can get quarter black.
Can't catch me. They don't know what to do with me. You know, they're like, he looks like a white guy, but he also kind of looks like a Mexican guy. But he says he's quarter black, and I'm like, let's just not look at him.
Well, I mean, the funny thing about it, dude, is like when you show those pictures of like your granddad and your dad, it's just like, wow, okay,
yeah, it's really black. Like my grandpa is like Nubian black. He's like Wesley Snipes. But
nice.
I guess it. You know, the German in me is really aggressive, so they took over.
That's how my wife is, because she's half Hispanic, and it's, I guess, German/Russian Jew, and she's like paler than I am, and her dad's pretty dark.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a very aggressive strain.
Well,
Germans.
Did you inherit the tax problems of Wesley Snipes, or is that just
those aren't tax problems. That's being based.
That's what that is. Okay,
the government just got him.
He was
too based.
I'm curious. So we just brought up Wesley Snipes, obviously. What do you think of Mashallah Ali replacing him, or anybody replacing him as Blade?
I don't think anybody can replace him, but
I think he's a good pick.
I do think he's a good actor. He's a really good actor.
Yeah.
It's just in a really bad universe at the moment, so I don't
I
don't have high hopes for it. But I think he's a really good actor.
He's incredible.
He's a little bit too lanky, I think, but I don't know. We'll see. I think if he works on it, he could look a little more.
Yeah,
and it's gonna be hard to follow up. It's gonna be hard to follow up Wesley Snipes though, because Wesley Snipes got actual skills.
Yeah,
like he's got actual black belt skills, so it's gonna be hard to follow.
He's crazy good,
dude. I miss his films, man. He was all those 90s films that he was in were just so fucking good.
Dude, so good. He's good as a leading man. He's good as a villain. Like
White man,
very versatile.
The White Man Can Juice.
He was just in the Dolomite movie. Did you guys not watch that?
Yeah, he was in it.
No, I didn't see it.
Yeah. Dolomite?
No, I haven't seen it.
It's great.
With Eddie Murphy?
Yeah. I haven't actually watched it.
That's the last good Eddie Murphy film that you're ever going to get. Ever.
Probably.
Speaking of a movie we all need to have and see, the Legion has come up with a mashup that we have to have. I need to see this film.
Oh my god!
You know what? I take back what I said. That actually looks pretty manly.
Yeah, that's Studley right there.
I want to see me and Dan Vask samurai sword fight.
Oh, dude, that would be incredible.
Garrett, we're making
the man buns
movie.
fight.
Awesome. For a second there, you had your fingers out. I thought you said I wanted to see me and Dan Vask scissor. And
how would you feel,
lose it,
Garrett, about starring with a dinosaur, Nunchuckosaurus?
Yeah.
How much are you paying me? Because if it's whoopee money, I'll do it.
Whoopee.
Bragging rights.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll do it.
And maybe a sandwich. I could probably get you some McDonald's.
Hey, look, Tom.
Dollar menu.
For my Western.
Dollar menu.
For my Western, count on the fact that you will get at least a Best Western hotel and at least a Subway sandwich every day.
Now, in this Western,
I will sleep on the ground for a Western. I'll be in a Western any day.
In this Western, will there be dinosaurs with nunchucks?
No, but it's a horror sci-fi Western, so it's going to be bonkers. So
wait, hold up. Stop the presses. Are you making a Western? Is this what you're talking about?
I am.
He's been talking about it for a while.
I've been talking about it for 2 years. I'm working on a sci-fi Western. Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Okay. Just want to make sure that I want to put that on the table.
It'll be an open casting call. You have to drive your booty to the desert Southwest. You're not far.
Let's do it.
And then you have to live in a hotel for 3 to 11 days.
Let's do it. I'm down.
All right. I'll drive down there for that.
All right. Okay.
And a Subway sandwich every day.
I'll sleep on your couch.
Just got to make sure you clear out the barrels before any shooting.
Right? Oh, no. It's going to be a good time. You know, interestingly enough, I know how to actually do some stuff, and then nobody will die.
Throw in some pizza rolls, too.
I actually already have a ghost town lined up, so we're good to go.
Nice.
There's actually a place in Texas, not too far from where I'm at, that actually has a Western set.
There's also a place not too far from me, but it's not as desert. You know, you don't get the West kind of desert feel.
This area has so much open space around. It's going to make this what it needs to be. This isolation of horror. Yeah, it's going to be good times.
Man, Westerns is one of my dream genres. I can't wait.
I'm excited.
Yeah, and when I give the script to Script Doctor, he's going to laugh at me and tell me I'm a terrible writer.
And then he's going to fix it, and you're going to own
and
that's what everybody should do.
And then he's going to be writing me a check.
All right, Primarch Vulcan for 149. Garrett, if you like black and red, look into the Blood Angels, special death company of Space Marines.
Oh, yes. Maybe I'll use that codex, the rule set for them, but make it look like Judge Dredd.
Yeah, the Blood Angels are pretty cool looking. Big Bad Toy Store actually has Blood Angels action figures.
Like the 6 inches.
Yeah, it's fucked up. I found out that Big Bad Toy Store is not that far from me, like their warehouse that they ship out of.
Really?
But it takes them like sometimes they can get me shit right away, but then other times it takes them longer than Entertainment Earth, which is weird. Because I think Entertainment Earth is like way out in.
They're not too bad. Typically, when I give it like a shipping notice, I get it within 3 to 4 days.
But no, they're like within like driving distance of me.
I found out that Reaper Minis, their warehouse is not far from me. It's like
right, isn't that weird?
Away.
Sometimes when you find that shit, you're like, wow,
I was like,
that's
the
weird.
Reaper warehouse, like the main hub for Reaper Minis. What?
Really? That's crazy.
Yeah.
TerminusEst in the house. What's up, dude? How's it going?
Terminus.
Big Raj for 199 Canadian with a big thumbs up.
Big Raj sent me this. I gotta show you this.
Uh-oh. I don't know what it is.
Hey, Garrett's wearing
Mask of the
shorts.
Phantasm.
Oh,
my Batman fell over.
Oh, God.
Oh, no,
He's
Bat.
That's awesome.
Holy shit, that's
big ups
incredible.
to Big Raj.
No kidding, dude. That's amazing.
Oh man,
I am wearing pants for you.
I hope your Batman's okay.
Yeah, I need to inspect him. Is he okay? Nothing broke
Better
off.
be
of him.
okay. I'm gonna be sad.
Would you knock over?
Oh no, he's good. All of
Okay.
them are there.
Oh, good.
I'm drunk again.
He's just got a hole in the back of his head.
Lay down, Batman.
Okay.
Lay down. Be safe.
Lay down. Safe. Stay. Good boy.
A Brit abroad in the Philippines. How come Comix Division only has 10K subs? Seems strange.
It is.
Yeah, I talk a lot about a lot of things. Well, first off, it'd help if I, made more content, which I actually have 2 videos in the hopper for. But I tend to talk about things that YouTube doesn't like me to talk about, so it doesn't get as much traction.
True.
Yeah, my next video, which I need to finish editing, which will be out tomorrow, is talking about the whole thing with Senator Josh Hawley and that crazy lawyer from Berkeley. Yeah,
Could you imagine what it would be?
I would like to point out the fact that this line of questioning is transphobic.
Senator Hawley.
Could you imagine what it would be like if the algorithm was actually programmed right? Like to do the job it's supposed to do instead of just fuck people?
Yeah.
That'd be great.
It would be wonderful. It used to work that way, but not anymore. Darius Munchausen for 149 with a box of popcorn. Nuclear Winter Gamer for 10 Canadian. 3D print. 3D printing is fun. I 3D print crank bait fish lures bodies, in halves, and have to assemble them and paint them up. Airbrush is hard, but it's worth learning for fun. And you airbrushed that amazing Batman statue that you did.
Yeah, I did airbrush on that. Airbrush work on that. I was going to airbrush these Warhammer guys, but I don't know if I will. I think I'm going to hand paint them.
I don't know if you can.
You can airbrush the highlights and do all that stuff, but I think I'm just going to hand paint all that stuff.
Corey has to go.
Oh, yeah. Corey. Oh,
it is that time.
Let's embiggen Corey.
Yes. Garrett, check your Twitter. Shot you a message. But
yes.
Make sure to find me on Sir Talks a Lot here on YouTube. If you like things that are a little different than what the rest of the community does, then feel free to check me out. I do one-on-one interviews with people on Talking with Talks a Lot. They're a lot of your favorite content creators, and more to come. Dark Philosophy, where we get into the deeper subjects. Had a killer episode last night with Sean from Omega Star Productions. We talked about hate and indifference. Great discussion. And I will be releasing more videos next week and such, so keep an eye out. Still working on music stuff, but that's a slower process. So
is it the Cloud Chasing song you're working on?
No, I already released that one. The cloud chasing one's on the Corey Music channel. Go check it out. It's
Also,
called More Trollin'.
Okay. Maybe I
Yeah.
missed it. I swear.
It's
That's,
all good.
straight clout
it's all
chasing.
good. Yeah, straight clout chasing. It's great. And yeah. So love you all. Have a fun time, and I'll catch you next time. Do I get punched?
Later, Chaser.
You get
Yes,
punched,
you
but you have to tell us not to get murdered.
Fine. Stay sexy and don't get murdered.
Night, Corey.
No
He
chicken.
wouldn't spell gay with an H.
Happy birthday, by the way. He
Yeah,
turned, what,
80
80
yesterday.
yesterday?
Yeah.
No shit.
5,000 years old. Breaking news.
85,000, yes.
Breaking news out there. Let me pull this up real quick. This is live from the Capitol. Want everybody to know.
You gotta add the cat that does this.
Wait a minute. Does
You know the
anybody know
dancing
that
cat?
dinosaur? He could totally swing some nunchucks.
Oh yeah,
He
dude.
could.
That's
Look at that.
Nunchuckosaurus right there.
Look at that
Yes!
going from there. I'm just
I
going to leave
need
this
his
up until
agent.
Comics gets sick of it.
This
All right, you can take it down now.
This is the best GIF
Add the
ever.
cat,
Thank
add
you.
the
That is
cat.
fucking
Legion.
funny, though.
Legion for the win.
Yes.
Yeah, another Legion for the win.
Oh, fantastic.
That's Mr. Bug.
Oh, Mr. Bug is great. All those guys
Yeah.
are great, honestly. We'll have to share some of their memes. They're brutal at times. Digital Remnant for $5. This is truly the month of July. No, I don't mean the month of July, but the man July, Eric July. Can't wait to show up to Comic-Con cosplay as Isom. Nice.
Yeah. I like that costume too. The black and almost like gold. Pretty cool.
Yeah, that art is pretty sick. And that's another thing too, which I'm sure is pissing people off, is the fact that he actually has actual comic book pros working on his stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's wanting to put them on full time too, which
Yeah.
is fucking awesome.
Definitely.
Just means more content.
Yeah. I'm curious to see what he comes out with, man. I'm looking forward to it because he definitely said that he's got something for everybody. So that's awesome that he's able to pull that shit off. That is amazing. Your Muslim uncle for $1.99. You build 40K. I will build temples in its name.
In the Emperor's name.
Emperor's name.
In the Emperor's name. Ironcaster for $5. Can't use carrier pigeons. Birds are government spy cameras.
Dude, Nick, you asked me about Chaz. I talked to a guy in Chaz, and he was talking about how the pigeons are all cameras. He legit thought they were all cameras. Like we were going around interviewing people, and we were like, "Hey, what is your experience in Chaz and whatnot?" And he was like, "Hey, man, I brought my car here. They smashed it, and then I'm like walking around. I'm like, I ain't got no car now, but like I'm getting watched by all these pigeons, man. Like I'm seeing them with like these eyes, man. These eyes. Like he was very specific about like these eyes." And I was like, "Dude, what are you talking about?" He's like, "All the cameras in the fucking birds." We ended up getting that guy's number, and it turns out that after he had brought his other car back to Chaz, and they also wrecked his second car.
Wow.
So they wrecked both of his cars.
Yeah, they called him with like, "Hey man, could you bring your car? Because we're trying to barricade the streets." So he brought his car, and then they barricaded it, and then they beat it to shit because they're lawless, crazy people. So it's his own
dumbass.
people. I know, what a dumbass. And then he went and got a second car, and then they broke that shit.
Holy shit.
He was a cool guy though.
My brother
just stupid
got out of Seattle 4 months before that whole incident happened because he had a split with a longtime girlfriend, and basically he lived in Seattle just because of her. So by the time obviously the split happens, it was like, well, I have no reason to live in this town. And so when we saw your show that we showed my dad, that was again his gateway to Louder Crowder. There was a guy who was walking around who looked super doped out.
Yeah.
And my brother's like, "Oh, I know that guy. I saw him at a party. That guy was such a loser."
How could you tell which one? They were all doped out.
Yeah, he for sorry he knew he had the name and everything of this guy, and he said he see this guy at parties, and he was always such a loser at parties. Apparently, he was the type of guy who who go out of his way to stand in a corner to make himself like look like he doesn't know anyone and hopes that someone talk to him. He's like, oh my god, that guy was the biggest loser at all the parties in Seattle. So it's like, oh, he's like, he did it for every party. I was like, wow.
Yeah. Chaz is a crazy thing. Like, truth be told, I had a good time, but there under the surface at all times, there's like a bubbling ready to happen and pop off, and crazy shit was going to happen. Like
an
people died the days before we got there, and then people died the days after we left. It was like we got in there right at the right time, and I think we left at the perfect time. They were following us out. I think we documented all that stuff. But yeah, it was like there was a lot of people there that were just hippies and just wanted to be free loving, like hang around and have a party in the city. And then there were some people that were fucking actually insane that were trying to cause harm. So it was a crazy thing.
That is nuts, dude. That is really crazy. All right. Pinochet's helicopter tours for $2. Speaking of radio, anyone have a ham license? No, I don't. And I'm not sure if I want to get one, because I heard that when you get one, it basically gives the government carte blanche to search your house. I don't know if that's true or not. Yeah, that's what I've heard.
One of our members is a ham radio operator, and on the streams with us on member streams.
Yeah.
It's not commenting is dangerous. Or the others.
That's
but
weird.
yeah, we can ask him.
Okay. Is it Dethangels Shadow?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, dude, that's what I heard. So I don't know. That's the reason why I'm kind of hesitant. I know you can get like a different kind of license that doesn't give them access to your home. Yeah, because I mean that's scary,
strange.
Right? Yeah,
they could just come in and because you have a radio,
ham radio license. Yeah,
it's fucking weird.
It's weird. All right, Toxic Man Flu for $5. Nickweiser flavor number 30. Garrett's Man Bun Manwich, or Man Bun Manwich. All man. Twice the sauce.
Yeah.
I want to make sure I read that right.
Extra saucy.
All right, we'll
Slightly
get
soggy.
Mazit Wazad for $5. Can Culture say? Go ahead, Culture. Read it.
I was trying not to cough into the microphone.
Yeah, that's good too.
This aggression will not stand. Also, Quarter Black is starting to look like Quarter Black Jesus. It's a good look.
Thank you.
I love you, Quarter Black Jesus.
You're forgiven.
I hope your life ends a little better.
You know, I know. I just turned 30, so I've got 3 years left.
Hey, man,
was he 33? I thought he was 30.
33.
He was 33 and a quarter.
Yeah. When you hear that you're getting all this good shit from a black Jesus. Anyway.
Man. So has anyone actually been watching this Marvel TV show?
No. Actually, based on the numbers,
I've not seen anything on it.
Okay. Well,
I just know what happened at the end where they made her a mutant. Yes, spoilers.
Apparently, Sama Amanat has resurfaced.
She comes back out once again. It's like we said. The minute they need her to speak, she comes out of her. She's like Joe Biden, but for Marvel. When you come up, we're gonna put you in the cave, and when we need you to say something, we'll take you
roll
out of the
your
cave.
ass out.
Yeah, she's Joe Biden.
What's weird
of
about
Marvel.
this is this almost feels like it was timed, right? Like they were expecting some kind of backlash that didn't happen. Because I'm trying to find this backlash.
Yes.
Right.
I don't think anyone's watching it. There is no backlash.
That's the
That
thing
was
is
my
the people
point too. Like
and the
nobody's
people that
fucking
are-
watching this show.
And the people that are like the show. I've even heard from people that have hated everything that have come out and they say, yeah, it's not too bad.
Yeah, we are definitely at the point because they did the same thing with Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yeah.
We're at the point where they could come up with a show, nobody watch it, and they still come out with these articles and say there's racist, toxic fandoms that are watching our show and hate it because they're racist, toxic fandoms. And it's like, nobody watched your shit show. It's for like 13-year-old girls. Nobody's watching it. God.
Yeah. So I don't know what she said because I don't think they actually have a tweet in here. But yeah, I mean, so for those of you who don't know, there is a very, very nasty rumor, and we can neither confirm nor deny whether this is the truth or not, that Sama Amanat apparently is a sexual predator.
Oh,
yeah.
That's right. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
That's why they've, they've kind of not been talking about her all that much. And they kind
No.
of wheel her back into that cave that Nick was talking about.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah. So apparently she has hit on several married men, I guess, at Marvel, and has been very aggressive, I believe.
Men that work at Marvel that are married to women?
Yes.
This
I was
doesn't
going to
compute.
say, well, don't forget Gibblesmith was married, and that somehow happened.
Right.
You're thinking, how the fuck did Daniel Gibblesmith?
All three guys at once?
Yeah. Kibble Smith is so deep in the closet. I don't know.
Yeah. Just spray painting away.
Yeah. Who wants to take the article?
I'll take it.
All right.
According to Sama Amanat, the Marvel producer, perhaps best known as one of the creators of Kamala Khan, criticism of the character's live-action Disney Plus debut stems not from a rejection of the series' quality, but rather a widespread feeling among said critics that their identities are being threatened. I laughed so hard when I saw that. I'm like it's all right. I already said it, and I'm gonna say again, the Reva stuff was a hoax. This is even more of a hoax.
Yes,
this is a straight hoaxing that out hoaxed even Reva, which I didn't think.
Fucking retarded is what it is.
Sana, please sit down, calm down. Nobody cares about your shit.
And
Nobody
even though
cares.
I've not watched a single episode, Tom is right. The few people who I do know who watch it, like I wouldn't say they're over a moon about, but they did sound like they actually enjoyed it. Even I do know that I finished this week that they kind of liked it, but neither here nor there. I think maybe those other 5 episodes didn't do so good. And this is their Hail Mary. I don't know. Who knows? Anyways, though mainstream media outlets have been more than happy to point to this series' near perfect Rotten Tomato scores, evidence that the series is the pinnacle of Marvel productions until the next Marvel show. Their claims are disingenuous at best, given the fact.
Hang on. I'm sorry. This reads like, don't ask questions, just consume product and get excited for next product.
Yep. Oh, I know. The claims are disingenuous at best, given the fact that the vast majority of the 249 reviews currently posted for the series, those site accuracy only allows users to see 5 of these positive reviews. Only provide feedback on Miss Marvel's first 2 episodes. Okay, hold on. Okay, go ahead.
249 reviews and that's it? If this is a big show, you'd have more than 249 reviews.
Yeah, no, you're right.
That's from critics, right? Or is that from?
Oh, yeah. See, that's right.
That wouldn't matter.
I want to say the critic scores are typically.
They didn't say which one, if it was audience or critic. Because let's be fair here.
It made it sound like it was
critics.
Audience.
If it is critics, that is actually makes sense, because usually when there's like a big Marvel thing, it's usually anywhere between like 250 and 350. So that would be right line. But if that's audience, well, that's audience, very, very, very worrisome. Anyways, even by the media's own standards, a number of noted outlets have asserted that the series' novelty has waned in later episodes, giving way to a disjointed and awkward drama more focused on quickly ticking off representation of Kamala's superficial qualities and providing a coherent superhero story. This reception is best seen in the recent reviews of Miss Marvel's 5th episode time and again. So, okay.
So they went back to like Partition, right? Is that what I heard?
I couldn't tell you, but I do know one thing. So of the 5 people who were actually reading the book during its initial run, that some people actually did like that initial run before All New, All Different kicked in. Those people
I read it wasn't bad. I mean,
it was like a slice of life story.
Yeah, it was. Part of the issue, though, what made Kamala Khan suck at some point is that there was no stakes, right? Okay, it was like a cute kind of kid's book.
Yeah.
But much like Spider-Man, you have to have stakes, right? But because she's a Muslim teenage girl,
stakes,
yeah, they couldn't do anything with it, right? I mean, they couldn't actually put her in any real danger. It had to be cute, stupid shit all the time. It's like, okay, your book is boring.
Yeah, and like it did have an audience. Obviously, it didn't have like a Spider-Man or X-Men audience. It had enough of a following where it was consistent. because I did look into the numbers of it, and the once again the few people who actually did like it, like they were reading the book and they actually were enjoying it, but a lot of those same people immediately hopped off once All New All Different hit, and they did the relaunching of another #1 and all that spiel, and immediately those people who were actually invested immediately jumped off. And now those people who were actually invested in the book, that first volume, they actually did have what sounded like legitimate criticisms of this show. And being a guy like me who comes from the comic side, even though I'm not invested in this character, you have to always remember, well, what if that was a character that I like? Yeah, I feel the same way they did. And the few people who actually have issues with it, as far as a comic book sense, they actually sound like legitimate criticisms. Like, especially making her a mutant, like, really? Like, what the fuck? And then
I think the reason why they did that is because they might have wanted to make her a mutant initially, but during that time period when her character came out,
she was an Inhuman.
Well, they made her an Inhuman, but there was the whole thing going on with Fox, and initially they were going to kill off the mutants.
Yeah, that was another thing too.
Inhumans versus X-Men, and they fucking backed that shit up real fast.
Yeah, and they created the whole. They were all like, because they were doing the whole new Attalon, and then they wanted the idea of the X-Men to exist, but with the Inhumans. So they made them like the X-Men, which is really dumb because the Inhumans were supposed to be super rare and super like to themselves. Instead, they made them this thing where they had a gene that spreaded the way a mutant gene did. Very, very dumb. So those people did have legitimate criticisms, but this show just... And then the whole Green Lantern part, don't get me wrong. I agree that Discount Reed Richards is a dumb idea. But if you're someone who's invested in the book in terms of comic faithfulness, I would be pissed too if I was into this character. Making her like the Green Lantern with the whole construct, I was just
I know. That's kind of... Well, I mean, her power set's stupid to begin with.
It is.
That's what this is. It's an admission that the original character concept is bad.
Yeah.
If you have to completely change her entire power set, that's like saying you had a TV show that's Spider-Man, but he didn't do anything that Spider-Man did.
Well, they want her to be
that
Spider-Man
wears.
They want her to replace Spider-Man. And,
they're like, no, it's a massive success.
Well, yeah, that's what they were trying to do. Is they were trying to replace her. They're trying to replace Spider-Man with her. Yes. But it was a character that never really, took off. And the reason why is because they didn't take the character seriously to make her an actual character and put her in real danger. Right. That's the thing, is there was no actual, like I said, stakes for the character. It was just a bunch of nonsense, and it got boring and old, and nobody fucking cared about it anymore. It's like the I'm an Avenger fangirl only will take you so far. I think it was an interesting concept initially. What happens is it's that kind of what if somebody who's a teenager who's a big fan of comic books and superheroes becomes a superhero, and they didn't add in with that great responsibility, or great power comes with great responsibility for Kamala Khan.
Something to give her like a message to live by, the statement that says, okay, this is why I'm a hero. Yeah, they obviously didn't do that, because I did read some of those early issues. I did, and like you, like I didn't hate it. I was just kind of like but I did at least acknowledge, okay, clearly there is a demographic that likes this. I'm not that demographic, and she was obviously far more tolerable than Carol Manvers was.
No, that was before all that nonsense. I mean, there was some of the nonsense slipping in the book, because there's stuff I saw. I was like, what's this about?
But
but this is way before they went super SJW. It was before I even knew what an SJW was.
Even then, though, as much as I didn't know the full SJW concept, like the book was so much more nuanced and balanced. Whereas I did notice Captain Marvel Manvers was way more heavy-handed right off the bat. And I even noticed that back then in 2014. I'm like, okay, this Miss Marvel's book's just like a teenage story. There's some weird stuff I understand. But Captain Marvel, I was just like, whoa, this shit is really in your face about whatever it is they're trying to push. And then all different happened. Now they became the same book.
All right, man. Garrett, you got to take off?
Yes, I am editing the next Lord of the Rings video for the Nerdrotic channel.
Lord of the Rings?
Lord of the Rings, Return of the King, and also Rings of Power. The new trailer came out in
Power.
Man, Does it look like crap? So we're doing
shit,
a video,
dude. We didn't get a chance to talk about that. I saw it, and it looks awful.
It looks freaking awful. So I'm editing that video. So thanks, dude. Thanks for having me on. I love all you guys, and I'm gonna see some of you in Vegas, and I hopefully Nick.
I hope so.
Vegas, if not, at some point we gotta hang out.
I'll message you too. All right, we'll be in touch.
Yeah.
All right,
All right. So
we'll pass some notes.
Before you take off, what's your next 3D print?
I don't know. I don't know what my next 3D print would be. I was working on this thing because I just tend to gravitate towards Judge Dredd. I want to do these like little desk and like do a limited series of little desk Judge Dredd helmets.
Nice.
So I thought that would be cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
There we go. So this is like a test print just to see if it works, and then I want to mold them and then have like a kit where you could either paint them yourself or I could have a set where I paint them and you could buy them or something. I don't know. Just the pie in the sky idea. That might be my next one.
Yeah, and molds are easy to do, bro.
Yeah, I've got into mold making as well. So that's another little side hobby that I got into. So it'd be fun to put those two together.
But yeah, so in my house too.
Come check out the channel. For some reason, I make Ezra Miller videos every once in a while, and other videos. I drop those as well, and we do streams Sunday with Az and X-Ray Girl. We play video games, and then on Monday through Thursday, at some point, I'll stream a game or talk about random stuff. It's just kind of my whole channel is kind of random, so just know that going in. If you ever subscribe over there, it's just random. Don't expect any kind of consistency.
And you're also on Based AF with Adam.
That's
Krigler.
right. Thank you for reminding me. Yes, on Mondays, Based AF Mondays with
Those
Adam
are awesome,
Krigler and
Adam's
Garth
great.
Hall and
that's a good show.
Flodzilla and so many people. They're great people over there. So please check me out over there. And then obviously tomorrow on Friday Night Tights, Razor Fist.
Woo!
It's gonna be sick.
Razor
You guys know what's up.
Yep.
I don't have a ticket. Can
Eric, I mean,
can I stay on the airship, or do I have to?
Do not come.
Don't
come.
do this.
How dare you?
We'll play you out, Garrett. Thanks for being here.
Thanks,
Really
Garrett.
appreciate you.
I'll see you tomorrow.
We'll see
Bye,
you.
Garrett.
No ticket.
All right. Thank you very much, Garrett, for hanging out with us tonight. It was fan-fucking-tastic, and I look forward to hanging out with you again tomorrow night.
I put his merch link and his link in the chat. I'll do it again. Those shirts are really, really cool.
Yep.
And I think, Brahma, you got some hats and some things that were out there in Dallas.
Yep,
as
we
well,
got the
stuff there. So
stickers too.
Yeah, we got stickers. We got all kinds.
I can grab that real quick.
Yeah. Garrett's awesome. So.
All right. So
Oh yeah, there we go. Let me solo you. Yeah,
yep.
That's
awesome.
kind of
there
wrong.
too.
Let me solo you.
Yeah.
Nice high quality ones.
Yep. So that link's in the chat right underneath Terminus's latest Nickweiser flavor. So you'll be able to zip right to it.
All right. Yeah. Where are we with this?
We're at the likewise, said Jonathan Sim for comingsoon.net. Oh, hold up. No. We didn't even read the first paragraph, so I'll get it. It gives me no pleasure to find this episode a mess, but with the resolution of Aisha's story leaving us still wildly unsure of Kamala's altered MCU power set. There you go. There are so
Yep.
they did change it. Okay. And the clandestine and the DODC not fully developed as villains throughout the show. What a shock. Episode 5 just wasn't as thrilling for me as it is attempted to be, wrote Kristen Howard in her review of the episode for Den of Geek. As it stands, I'm looking forward to Mr. Farvel's finale, but I'm not as hyped as I was before I saw this particular episode. Likewise, said Jonathan Sim for comingsoon.net. He's going to come soon. The many ideas in this show never quite gel together the way they should. This may be due to how the tragic real-life event of partition is juxtaposed with sequences and superpowers so heavy in CGI that everything feels artificial. Oh, well, that one aged well after what's come on in the last few days.
I want to know is why the fuck did they work Partition into the storyline? I mean, she's supposed to be a New Jersey superhero. What's she doing in India?
It's a good question.
Yeah.
Wait, they named a New Jersey female superhero Partition?
No. Partition was an event that happened in India.
Oh, okay. All right. Sorry.
Yeah. It is when basically they broke off Pakistan from India.
So I was just, okay. So it must be a Jersey office girl if it's a partition.
That was awful.
Wow.
This episode.
You asked me to do this.
I know.
You knew what you were getting into.
Yes, I did.
Yep.
Thank you.
And you've loved every single minute of it. At least that's what you told me last night.
Oh boy.
We talked about this, never in public.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Oh well.
He
What
did
stays
come.
in Vegas?
Oh, wow. This episode illustrates how the whole series needed more breathing time because it has not capitalized on a solid start. Everything is leading to what may be another rushed MCU finality, and all audiences can do is hope Ms. Marvel can somehow bounce back. Even for all the praise he offered the episode, Vulture's Sidon Ada Laka Laka Durka Durka was forced to admit that even once the bombast is dispensed with,
Durkistan.
the lulls remain palpable and awkward. An episode filled with meaning ends on a meaningless, tensionless shot of an explosion. Oh, that time no will Durka Durka. It almost seems accidental, he observed. It's an oddity for a show otherwise so well put together.
Yeah.
I'm so wrong. So wrong.
That's what we get for watching and talking about Team America this week. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, okay. What I want to know is where does her comments come in? Because, like I said, I don't see a tweet about it.
It's probably said maybe interview. I don't know,
man. But like I said, I don't fucking care. About the show at all.
It'll still get a second season though.
Probably. I mean,
well, from what I've seen people say that, people we respect, I think Paulie actually said it's really not that bad of a show. It's a great family style PG show.
Yeah.
I mean, it may not be, I don't know the comics, so I don't know how bad the lore is, but they said it is actually a very good one that you could sit with your little kids and watch.
Yeah,
so
I heard
there
that
are some people liking it.
Yeah,
it does embrace family elements, from what I've been told. Apparently, it does. Obviously, from that end of their culture, and apparently it does. And I guess so. If that's the case, that's great. So, but I'm not interested.
To each their own.
Look, Script Doctor hates everything, right? And he actually liked it. So,
really,
yeah.
Well, I mean, not everything is made for us, right? Made for
Well, yeah. I mean, if it's made for teenage girls, I mean, that's fine. I don't care.
Just stop saying
is one
that.
of those not made for you.
Right, but then so when we come out and say we don't like it, stop saying that we're racist for that.
Yeah.
If you didn't make it for us, then ignore us.
Well, especially when we're not saying we don't like it, we're saying we're not even watching it because it's not made for us.
Yeah.
And it's made for kids.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't say it's made for kids. I'd say it's made for teenage girls. Is what it's made for.
And that's fine. There's nothing wrong with having a specific demographic audience. I think that's actually a better approach than we need to make this appeal to everyone on the planet and then some. Because once again, you try to please everybody, you risk pleasing nobody.
Yeah.
Yep.
So,
that's typically kind of how things go.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I mean, you could make something that's for a specific demographic, right?
Well, and they did.
But you do it in such a way that other people like it. There's plenty of cartoons that were made for kids that I really like as an adult.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm a Looney Tunes.
Well, yeah,
I mean, Tom and I talk about this all the time. I mean, you can play on many different levels. You can make something a 4-quadrant product very easily. that still can be, appealing to kids and everything else, because the humor, the writing is above the kids' heads. The presentation is above their heads, but at the same time, it's enjoyable for them because of the slapstick or whatever else it is. Just even if it's not animation, people watch, Charlie Chaplin films of every age. Those are all still good.
Yeah.
It's just it's all in what you're selling people. And the problem is maybe they didn't sell it to everybody, but I'm glad that some people, enjoy this. This was not made for me, as Tox said. It's not made for me.
Explain the 4-quadrant thing.
Oh, every different demographic, young, very young people with families, adults, and
so there's 4 quadrants of demographics then.
Well, there are 4 quadrants that you're trying to appeal to with a film. You don't get that very often. There are not a lot of films that do that. I mean, Tom can speak to it better than I can. But you can, like I said, it's really hard to do. In fact, the best person to speak on this would actually be Andre, but he's probably asleep, but yeah.
Well, basically it's just, the closest you can come to like a 4-quadrant film would be something like a Marvel film, right? Because it appeals to kids, teenagers, adults, and old people alike.
Would Star Wars be a quadrant?
Star Wars would be probably considered a 4-quadrant.
It's a 4-quadrant.
Rock fan.
Speaking of someone who started on Golden Pond.
Wow.
Yeah.
I was in that film with Brian Dennehy with the swimming pool in it. I can't remember the name.
Cocoon?
Cocoon. I was one of the ones that was too old to get in the pool. So.
Oh, there you go.
So comics, I'm surprised you haven't left yet. I mean, I've joined the stream. Why haven't you left yet?
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
It normally works that way.
It's his own stream. Wow, shit.
Every foul ball.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot. 70s, my old nemesis.
At Moriarty, we meet again.
All right. Let's get some super
Thanks
chats
for letting
real
me
quick.
on. Cheers.
Mark Martin for $5. Hey, guys. Did you guys catch the Alex Stein hollering at AOC? It is so laugh out loud hilarious.
It is.
I have really not seen it, but somebody did send me the link so I can go watch it. So, yeah, I'll have to check that out. Mags for $5. Trump voice. Here's the do we want to have Nick read it?
Nick and Trump.
Okay. That was it for
You're
me.
muted, Nick.
Unmute first.
Muted Trump.
All right, look, I did not get fired. Here's the thing. No, here's the thing. Culture builds. Oh my God, the cock. It's gonna be huge.
Speaking of that, Seventiesrockfan, for 20 Canadian pesos. I wish I read this earlier because Quarter Black. Okay, with Quarter Black on the panel, the Dicks finally have full on-screen representation. The Irish Corey, the Furries culture, the Balds Brahma, the Hobbits comics, Son of Lemmy Nick, Super Gay Tom, and Transhuman Talks.
Yes.
Okay. Seemed funnier when I wrote it.
It's funny how that works.
That's what he writes on the padded cage.
For $5, Weavewiser hair product number 11, Culture's Bull Sperm conditioner shampoo, conditioning shampoo. You only need a few squirts for an all-day shine.
There's an image that goes with that. Here you go.
I love it.
Oh my God.
Oh. Is that
so that was the first Legion and Toxic super chat mashup right there because yeah. I love the look on Culture's face.
That is priceless.
He looks like he's saying the cock right there.
It looked like he just got
done sucking it out.
That's the face that he makes every time he makes a bottle of CC shampoo.
Free refills
so
as well.
You know it's quality.
And it refills itself as well.
Quality juice.
He just said whales.
Ask us about
vagina.
our self-refill program.
This day in Dixter.
It's man-made, literally.
CC shampoo.
Man-made in the USA. Handmade at that.
That's right. Made by hand.
Next.
Lovingly.
Southern Belle for $10. Culture's horse and mane tail shampoo, special shine and dry. Your hair will be so wavy and shiny that Fabio will compete with you for romance novel covers.
True.
So we've got a picture that goes with that.
Oh my God.
Caution, may contain up to 10% lotion.
Oh dear God.
And we've got another picture that goes with this that Comix butchered that super chat.
Oh
my. Yes. Dick's father apologizes for butchering another super chat on live stream. I make no apologies, honestly.
Well, it's the American Dyslexia Society of America that responded back. That's the problem. So, Division Comics associated with We Not. She's a whole ass. So it took me 20 minutes to read through the whole thing. Press release there. So it was 3 lines.
That's fucking brilliant, man. Pinochet's helicopter tours for $2. I love to be an extra CC. Don't invite Baldwin.
No, there is no Baldwin on this set.
Not even
Not
Steven.
even Steven?
Well, okay,
Steven's okay.
Steven's cool.
That
They're
sounds
all
like
dead.
code.
Adam Baldwin. He's not related, but he's a good Baldwin.
Right.
All right. Ghost Ravenstorm for $2 with a super sticker with a 1-up. And is that the one who wrote? Yes. Okay. Yeah. So this is Ungilded.
There you go.
Physical media is king. I've been going nuts for tracking down physical copies of my favorite books, movies, games, and music. Heard the news about Ubisoft and Steam. I heard about Steam, but not Ubisoft. I know Steam has apparently been pulling some stuff. Whether you paid for it.
Yeah, whether you did it or not.
Yeah. That's bullshit.
No, Sony Network is pulling movies too if you bought them on.
Yeah,
the
that's the other
store.
one. Your digital library isn't safe. Sony may be dropping PSN support for PS3 and Vita. Nintendo may be dropping eShop support for Wii and DS and 3DS. Spotify recently removed some of my favorites, so I'm slowly going back to the 90s and collecting CDs. Problem is the big chain stores don't really it got cut off. Let me see if I can find the rest of it in Gilded.
Sorry, did that get cut off?
Yeah,
just a little.
There's a limit. Okay, let me go.
Yeah, there is a limit. Have a section, music section anymore. Gotta go to vintage music stores to find stuff if you want. If what you're looking for isn't online to order. Is it just me, or is vinyl making a comeback? It's kind of never really left. I know it's kind of gotten big with certain people. I think millennials.
My kids collect it.
Yeah, my wife.
They buy it. They wanted turntables for Christmas, and they prefer the sound of vinyl.
Yeah,
I
bought my wife a
70s
turntable.
will agree with me. Get some real tube electronics. It sounds a whole lot better.
Retro seems like it is in, and the streaming bubble feels very close to bursting. I will agree with that. I think the digital is going to come to a head at some point, especially with the fact that you don't own the digital stuff that you bought. That is definitely concerning. I need to start going buying CDs again. I used to spend back in like 2013 to 2015, probably about $100 per paycheck on CDs. But digital is convenient, right? I mean, you can fit a lot more music on your hard drive than you can, stacking CDs all over the place.
Well, I mean, it's convenient until the internet connection's gone.
Exactly.
Well, but back in the day, you could buy MP3s, right, and download them, and you actually have them.
You still technically can, but movies is a lot more difficult.
Yeah.
Like you usually have to have a proprietary player, even if you download something to watch it.
There are converters too, like if you bought something from Apple. So yeah.
Well, I think even Apple's conceded and allowed people now to download like MP3s and shit, I think. But
yeah. Amazon Hardcore isn't doing it. So
and I can still get MP3s through Amazon, but they're picking.
It's hard to get them. It's only certain ones. You can't get it for everything.
Yeah, they've made it very difficult lately.
What made me stop buying stuff from Amazon, like with movies, was the fact it was locked to their streaming system.
Well, that's
like
what I mean.
Right. Yeah.
So like you can't do anything with it, regardless if you buy it digital or not. Like you can't download it or do anything with it if you don't have an internet service.
Well, so back in
you
the day,
can technically download a file and watch it through their proprietary viewer, but it's always a compromised version anyway because it's like a really small file size.
That was kind of my issue. Is like back in the day when I was doing a lot of traveling, I had a Kindle Fire, and so I was buying movies from Amazon and watching on that. Then I realized I couldn't fucking download to anything else. I had to watch it on the Kindle Fire or through their website or whatever. I was like, no, I'm not going to buy your shit anymore. At least with Apple, I can download it, and there's other things I can play it on because that's why MOV is like universally recognized. Sorry, Tom, go ahead.
No. Well, do they do them in MOV files then?
Amazon or Apple?
Apple.
Yeah, their movies were MOV files. Yeah.
So they actually allowed you to download them. Yeah.
Yeah, when you actually download it through the iTunes store or the iTunes player at the time, I know shit's basically changed, and they kind of partitioned everything out. At least back then, you could go look for it and like copy the file and back it up somewhere. That's how it kind of used to be anyway.
Because like Voodoo, I don't think I can download those yet without watching them through there, and same thing with Amazon and all that stuff too.
Like all the manga I buy, what I like about it is that I have my Blu-ray, but I also have the digital code, so I can go watch it online if I want to. But I still have a physical copy. Well, and I know I know a lot of movies that you purchase sometimes also come with a Voodoo code, so you have the physical copy and you can watch it streaming.
But that again, you still can't get the actual file. That's my point. Is like it pisses me off because if I want to get some footage or do some screenshots, even because you can't even take screenshots from like Amazon and shit like that, it just comes up as blank.
Yeah, they do that intentionally.
Yeah, so like unless somebody knows of a version of a screenshot that lets you, because so at that point you're kind of left up to the the high seas to get a version of the file if you want to use it for any kind of video or editing or even taking screenshots.
If you have a ripper, a Blu-ray ripper, you can just rip it off.
I do, but it rips it out as MKV, and right now I don't have there's hardly any editing systems that will allow you to use MKV.
You got to convert it.
I know, and even the conversions are so wonky half time that crashes constantly.
Handbrake.
Yeah, Handbrake.
I can't figure out how to use that damn thing.
Even VLC is quite a good converter for some formats.
I can't figure out how to get VLC to do anything either.
VLC, yeah, you can do it through VLC. I can send you a step-by-step. It's not hard, Tom.
I am technically like completely...
I know. Well, we'll hang out one time backstage somewhere and I'll walk you through it.
What happened?
Wow, this was fun. Little inside baseball. Yay.
Yeah, but I bitterly regret, because I've moved many times in my life, getting rid of a lot of my CDs and DVDs and VHS tape.
Oh, yeah.
And I bitterly regret it now. I know at the time it made it seem easier, and everything's going to be digital and I can move easier. I want them back. I wish I had them all back, including the VHS.
Shoulda, coulda, woulda, man. Yeah. I'm right there with you.
And many of them are collectible now. All the old Doctor Who VHS I had and stuff like that you can't get now.
Yeah.
And,
a lot of print too. Yeah, I'm glad I kept my CDs. I only got rid of a few movies that I wasn't interested in. There's a few that I regret, but other than that, I'm glad I kept my physical media. I got a room stacked in the main part of the house.
I'm starting to buy more of it again, and always scouring the thrift shops and the charity stores, and you can get some really good bargains,
really good deals.
Lots of Blu-rays, lots of good stuff.
Oh, yes.
Now, part of the problem with like video games though is like you're running out of Nintendo consoles. I mean, unless you're going to go get a aftermarket Nintendo console, having all the cartridges doesn't mean a whole lot. Same with a whole bunch of the other systems. Plus, DVDs and CDs are susceptible to scratching, and they almost inevitably something goes wrong with them. I mean, unless you're just storing them to stare at them. I mean, a lot of this stuff is not made to last. So,
no.
Are you talking about with like media?
Yeah.
I would argue that
and
most,
hardware to play some of the stuff.
Well, most discs are made to last for pretty much ever. As long as they're stored properly.
As long
as you don't do
really
anything to
care.
them, you don't even have to take very good care. Like, just as long as you keep them within reasonable surrounding area. Like, you can't have them in extreme heat or extreme cold, but like in most cases, like I've got movies that are 20 years old, older than my kid, on DVD still.
Yeah, dude. I have like SLC Punk. I bought
CDs. Shit, I got
DVD,
CDs that are 30
like
or 40 years old.
Yeah.
Almost.
Back when it came out, the sucker still plays just fine.
That's
now
CD.
scratches, that's one thing. Yeah.
Yeah. But
My
scratches,
Party Animal
you can
DVD
kinda
is
fix
30
them.
years old. It's a.
I've got tons of them, but I've also
still
got
got
kids
some
that
78s.
discovered them at some point. So,
And even when they
78s,
do
yeah.
digitize movies and stuff like that, they'll still, in the cases of like the more important films, will still do like a 35 millimeter master just because film is forever. Right. Like in digital, like we've gotten to the point where they can't even read the files and stuff from the old NASA computers. So they have to start from scratch. So like that's an inevitability at some point too, is we're like, you're right. We're going to get to a point where some of these things, we're not even gonna be able to read them anymore. But yeah, it's getting harder and harder to find players for some of them too. That is,
that's the big
players
thing right
is
there.
one of the big issues, especially video games.
Yeah,
Well,
it's quite a
VHS,
roaring
like
trade in old consoles, refurbishing them, and Game Boys. Game Boys are extremely collectible, older ones particularly. That I've got a neighbour that refurbishes them and resells them, and it's quite lucrative.
Well, the electronics for those things is not difficult. I mean, we built those.
The screens that usually go.
Back when I was in college, it's getting the CRT tubes and things and stuff like that. But I mean, you can get the programming and build something around it to do it. It's if you want the nostalgia of the original console, because you can get all of the video games on one of those boards and they'll put them together and do all that stuff for you.
Look at this from Radioactive. He says, not true. CDs, Blu-rays will not last forever. Well, nothing lasts forever, man. Even
lasts
under
a long
pristine
time.
conditions, they will degrade. Yeah, everything breaks down, man.
but they'll last as long as your fucking mom's Tupperware.
Can't defeat entropy.
I mean, unless you're talking about like disc rot, which is a plausibility, but that's where I say the right conditions. Like obviously, if you keep it in too warm or moist conditions, that's going to excel a disc rot. But a disc rot isn't like a problem with every disc. It's a problem with the facility it was made in, and they use cheap fucking glue. And what happens is they start to separate.
And
you'll have a
The
lot of that
materials
with
they
burnt
use, they
discs,
started
too,
making the CDs out of plastic, right? And they
What I'm
didn't use
hearing,
the original
Tom,
ones
is
were
you've got a problem, Tom, with galloping disc rot. Is that right?
I don't, but you do, maybe. I don't know.
Look, it's
It's a spotted dick.
And again, I mean,
Spotted dick.
with 3D printing, I mean, you can print your own shell. If you really need to have the form factor of your SNES, you can print it and then just slam your cartridge into a box that emulates. You don't even need the cartridges anymore. I mean, you just need something that runs the main version of whatever you got.
Well, you just need the ROM at this point.
You just what you do is you hook up
we were talking
the two
about physical
ends
media.
of the board to Culture's nipples, and then you'll be able to play it on his glasses.
Well, okay, here's the thing with
Because
digital.
he has a joystick.
Can
He's
you
got
get
a fuzzy
through to those?
joystick.
Can you
Yeah.
get through to them though?
You can-
And he's got the
Yeah.
two buttons. It's all sitting right there.
This is something that obviously not everybody can do, but you can do digital and keep it forever to a degree by using something like, oh God, what is it called? Plex. There we go.
Plex.
Plex,
Plex server.
allows you to go, if you have a digital copy of something, you can put it on your Plex server and you can basically play it.
That's what
I
do.
have like terabytes of storage in my garage where I have all my stuff for Plex living on. And you can basically, like I said, you can rip your DVDs and your Blu-rays, and you can have that stuff go on your Plex server. And as long as the drives don't crash, you'll have it forever.
That's
And
why it's always important to have backups.
Yeah, and if you set it up right with like your RAID 10 or something like that,
RAID 10, yeah, exactly.
then where basically it has like copies of copies. If even if multiple drives crash, you can still recover. So,
I'm just picturing your garage comics is like being kind of like a NATO a NASA control room like Houston. You know, in your garage.
Well, I actually have
banks
a full,
of flashing lights and computers.
I have a full server rack in my garage.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, it's not.
It's right next to the rack of chaps.
Yeah,
and
all
chaps.
The question
all
is,
these old porn DVDs.
Is your garage air cooled?
Do you really have to ask that question, Culture?
No, he just lets it bake in the Texas heat.
Texas, they've got air conditioning. Everywhere.
Dude.
It's next to his bread oven.
Okay, well, the funny thing is, like, since I've been having construction done, I have to turn the air conditioner off in my garage, and it's funny because by the end of the day, the fucking machines are screaming.
Oh yeah, I know.
Yeah, and then I close the garage door, turn the AC back on, everything's fine.
But if you take care of stuff, so the radio station I worked in college had been around for a very long time, since the 1920s, and they had recording equipment from the 40s, which was they would record on a steel disc that was covered in vinyl, and it was soft vinyl. The needle would come down and heat up the vinyl and would record the shows that they did on air. When I was there quite some time ago, and about halfway, it had been 40 some odd years, and those things still worked. All of it. And they just took care of it, cleaned it. You know, dust is one of the biggest concerns that you have with electronic equipment. That gets in there, it degrades the wiring, degrades all this stuff in there. But if you take care of it, this stuff will last you for a while. But it's, as you say, where you store it, how you take care of it.
Yep. Ghost Ravenstorm. But comics, what about a solar flare? You need a Faraday cage. Well, I'll be honest with you, with a solar flare, my digital media is going to be the last of my worries. Yeah.
The good thing is it's going to take an extra 5 minutes for that solar flare to get to your height.
Well,
so
you know,
you'll be the last person on
You'll
it.
see it coming then. You'll see it coming.
Yeah, you'll see it coming.
Yep.
Just like this.
What the fuck? Oh my god.
It's
I wonder what Brahma's doing.
Wookiee
massaging.
Yeah.
I think I'm trying to take his weave.
All right.
Yeah,
You're
I think it's
massaging the
what's
back
trying
of
to
his
do.
neck.
Mm-hmm. It's a big old foot there.
Yeah. Yep. Marty for 10 Australian didgeridoo dollars. Comic books, TV shows only work if they do something street level. Well,
if he's talking live action,
TV shows for sure. Yeah, live action. That's why Netflix shows were so bad, but large cosmic stuff just wrecked the larger movie universe. Dude, I agree. I mean, you could do cosmic right, but it kind of has to be its own thing. This is the problem that we're running into now with the MCU, is just that everything has gone so grandiose, and it's like, how do you top Thanos at that point? They were better off stopping and just starting something up new.
Okay, but the gimmick for WandaVision worked.
It did. I liked it.
Because
and it sucked.
Yeah, exactly. Because it was flat, right? Because they were using stagecraft at the time, and that mechanic, what they did there, what they were able to do with stagecraft and volume and all the other stuff that they were implementing there, you know, in the Unreal Engine and all that other stuff, was to be able to make that feel like a 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s sitcom, because it would have been what you would have seen represented in a 4:3 format, which is what dominated obviously the airwaves at that time. So it kind of felt very authentic. When they went to the wider shots where they actually were using landscapes and they weren't using like that technology, that's also why it worked. But then when you got towards the end, when you started to bring in the cosmic and the supernatural, that's when it fell apart, on top of the fact that the story sucked rocks. So anyway,
yeah, I think they should have basically kind of partitioned that stuff off. That way it wasn't like
they broke
wrecking everything.
They broke.
Yeah, it broke it, because you could have the MCU and have Doctor Strange in it, but he really should have been interacting with the main Avengers. He should have been going off doing his own thing.
Yep.
Yeah. TerminusEst for $5. Nickweiser flavor number 35. Sama Amanat's bitch kebabs, marinated with an assortment of different man juices. I think that's actually pretty accurate.
George is looking for the link.
Oh, is he? He knows where the link is at.
It's the missing link.
Somebody sent to him. Oh, okay.
I'll tell you where it is.
I know.
Fuck you, Gilded.
That's where it is.
Tox, can you make sure he gets the link? Which is funny because George just showed up. So for 1999, 4 minutes from home, are you going to be longer? All hail, you beautiful bastards. Yes, George. Just jump on when you can.
He asked if we were going to be here longer. Not are we going to be longer. But, you know, we're here.
Oh, there's George.
Hey,
George.
Crazy.
What are you doing, you beautiful human being? Thanks for being here.
I just had to get on here. I've been trying to get here forever. I was listening.
Yeah, it's about time to wrap up, right?
Yeah, I know. About time to wrap up. But I had to say
we can go for another 30 minutes. It's not a big deal. We haven't talked about the Rings of Power yet. So
Rings.
Commander Dethangels Shadow for $5. Latino Slant and Cameron Pasha. Today's review of Miss Marvel. They both loved it. Disney 5 years of shit. Shitting on fans. Killing is a great PG family show.
Yeah.
Shitting on fans. Killing is a great family show.
Well, I think there's the wife was watching Mrs. Flu, hi dear, was watching Strange New Worlds. She said, I'm going to give this a shot. And she's like, the ship's beautiful. It's not James T. Kirk. It's his brother, blah, blah, blah. All these things that I would have problems with. And I looked at her and I said, look, I'm just done. They destroyed it and told me I was evil for wanting the nostalgia and stuff that I had there, for wanting my characters, Kirk and all those things, to be what they were. And I'm just done. So I think there's a lot of us out there that are just done with this stuff. And even as something good comes along, there was some good stuff I could pull out of Moon Knight, right? And you know what it was? The end credits. That's it. They spent their entire budget on CGI on their end credits. And then Culture says, or was it Culture or Tom that said, well, they had a different director for the show than they had for the credits.
Tom.
And I'm like, oh, okay, well, no wonder. It's not them that have made the problem. It's the people running the thing. Yeah. But I just don't care anymore.
Nobody
about that. And I can see where Commander Ed's coming from. That this could be the greatest kids show that's ever been made, and I don't give a shit.
I almost forgot that I bought tickets for Thor: Love and Thunder.
Oh,
shit.
Yeah.
It
was like, oh shit, I have a movie I need to go to at 5:00.
I drug my feet to go see Maverick.
Maverick was phenomenal.
I still haven't seen it.
Dude, it's good. See it.
I haven't seen it.
I almost I'm almost nervous.
I want to see it.
Well, I'm glad. Here's the thing. I'm worried that everyone getting all hyped and talked about it for 2.5 months. I'm worried that's gonna skyrocket expectations, and then George's gonna see it. It's like, oh, it was an alright flick.
No, I already predicted what it is.
I watched the 20-minute behind the scenes how they actually went through this whole Cruise made them go through a flying school, all the actors. I mean, it's similar to what they did. When I saw that,
oh yeah.
And you know what else he did? I've never seen this done before. Those little details, which I usually don't watch them before I see the movie, but I haven't had time. He put, I think it was a 6 or 7 piece camera system in each of the cockpits. For the actors, they had to direct. He had to teach them how to.
Frame the shots and all
I was like, wow. I mean, just
so when they're pulling those G's and doing that,
real
huge respect for every single one of those actors and the actress that was there. So I knew that before I went to the show. So when they threw in, they had the female pilot. I didn't care that it was female because I had a respect for the actors because they were putting themselves out there, doing something difficult to make this film.
Well, and the other thing too, it's like, hey, look, it's the reason why there wasn't an issue with the female pilot is that she wasn't there just to be a token character.
See, I don't have a problem with it. I don't have any problem with women. It's like Princess Leia, Ripley, you name it. Great characters.
They're this overpowered Mary Sue. It's like all of them had fucking flaws. All of them had motivations. It's like the whole thing with Hangman. It's like, dude, it's like now you know why he's called Hangman, because he leaves his wingman hanging. It's like that was fucking brutal. And then he has that redemption arc at the end of the movie. It's like, I mean, it was nicely constructed because there was payoffs.
I would tell you,
I kept waiting for Bob to buy it. That was the whole thing.
I tell you, I'm not looking forward. That's one of the things that made me hesitate. Is I can't stand the actor who plays Goose's son. I forget his name.
Miles Teller.
He did a great job in this.
I don't. He just rubs me the wrong way. I don't know what it is. Just
I think it was Fan Four Stick is what rubbed a lot of people the wrong way.
Yeah, but he was really good in the offer.
I used to be on the same page as you, but the last several things I've seen, he has set this game up a lot.
Really,
he's not the guy who did Fan Four Stick.
God, he was horrible in that.
Well,
yeah.
And I haven't seen the movie yet either. And like I said, I kind of pre-predicted it when I talked to somebody, having fun picking on him about loving it so much. Not Culture, actually, somebody else. But Runner.
Well, it's like it's not the best movie in the world.
No, but I was just like, I predicted the whole movie, and he's like, I'm like, that's what the movie is, isn't it? And he's like, shut up. It's like I don't need to see it. I already saw it once. It was called Top Gun.
Right. But you know what the difference is? I will say, think about it though. Tom Cruise really is the last of the stars. I mean, look at all the stuff he does. Who else? Yeah. Nobody else.
I thought it was funny what Mickey Rourke was saying about him, and he's not wrong.
Dude, he got
right.
He's just a jealous
here's the thing: Mickey Rourke is objectively and subjectively wrong, because watch the movie Collateral with Tom Cruise and Jamie Foxx. He's a very different character in that movie. Like that's
there's times where Tom Cruise comes off as Tom Cruise in movies.
I didn't
right?
think Collateral was all that great.
That's why his best character is in Tropic Thunder.
Tropic Thunder.
Oh God, that was
Collateral.
Yeah,
but even if you don't like
even Minority Report, I enjoyed that
Collateral's
movie.
very overrated. I'm sorry.
I love Collateral.
That's fine.
You don't like it?
No, I didn't care for it.
Here's the thing. All right, I should use a culture line. Even if you don't like Collateral, that the point there is it's not even relevant. It's that Tom Cruise plays a cold-blooded son of a bitch, and that's something he's not in most of his movies. He has shown many movies. If you actually, someone takes their emotions and how they feel about him out of the equation, and say, hey, okay, this guy does have roles where he does show off himself. Yes, he has a few, I guess you could call it Tom Cruiseisms, but he has definitely shown
he has a lot.
range. Yes, he does. But
he does this with his hand all the time.
But he does
running and
But he also has definitely stretched out other things to do. If people actually go through his catalog,
I like it.
I'm gonna preface this with most because he's been in some shit movies too.
Oh,
I think he obviously cares
all the
about
right
craft,
moves.
And there's a lot of movies that he's been in that have just been done really well.
Right.
And you can make up for mediocre acting with a great story and having it be within bounds for that actor, right?
Right.
It's not a stretch to believe Tom Cruise as Maverick because that he is Maverick,
right?
He's
kind of like John Wayne was.
He was doing oh God,
which one?
It was the UFO movie on
War of the Worlds.
War of the Worlds. Thank you. I could not buy him as that character. Really I could not buy him as a blue collar.
That was his highest
guy.
grossing film.
Yes,
until Top Gun.
Right.
This is his first $1 billion film. Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
All right.
But you know what?
And you get real quick.
Well, I've got a breaking story. I'm sorry to interrupt before we get to those super chats. This is ripped from the headlines. And very poignant.
Well, he found that booty.
Wow.
There's no way Culture's that tall.
Congratulations, Culture. AOC dating Shampoo King. US expects shampoo shortage.
Yeah, way to go.
I want to see
Culture.
what's underneath him there. Like, why has he got that face?
Are you
Talk
going
about
for the John Lennon?
He's filling a
culture?
bottle right now.
He's putting the lotion in.
That's a man that says, I'm going to get me some power bottom. That's
Hey,
what
look.
it says.
It puts the lotion on its skin, and then it gets the hose again.
Puts
Like
the
I
lotion
said,
on
all
the
of
crack.
his products are 10% lotion. Remember that.
Yeah. Mostly DNA.
Yeah, mostly DNA though. But I just one last thing about
yeah.
Top Gun is I haven't seen it yet. And I'm sure it's good. I'm at that point where by the time I see it, it's not going to be nearly as good as everybody says it is. Because I had the same
was
problem.
Jurassic Park for me. Same thing.
It's a 7 or 8, movie.
Well, recently I saw that Everything Everywhere All at Once or whatever the hell it's called that everybody's praising as like the best movie of the year. And after I'm done watching, I'm like, yeah, this will win all the Oscars this year, but it's not that great. It's very overrated. It's like a 7 out of 10 at best. And it's woke as fuck.
I thought it's a television series.
No, it's
it's
a movie, but it came out around the same time as Doctor Strange,
Maverick.
and in that respect, it's kind of decent, but it falls apart in the third act, and it's basically a multiverse movie.
It's Lucy Liu, isn't it? Lucy Liu?
No, Michelle Yeoh.
No.
Michelle
Yeah,
Yeoh,
that's a television series, isn't it? Multiple.
No,
It's a
and
movie?
Data.
Okay.
Got Data from the
and
Goonies
Ki-Hu
for Short
Kwan's in
Round.
it. Yep, Ki-Hu Kwan's in it, and Jamie Lee
I
Curtis.
don't know why I
and-
keep thinking it's a series.
I mean, it was all right, but it was like once it gets near the end, it gets like goes off
It's
the
not
rails.
nearly as woke as some of those trailers
No,
that I found of
no.
movies that are releasing this weekend.
No,
take a look at
but
those.
in that just the same though. It's like that the overhype of it. By the time I saw it, I'm just like, yeah, and so I feel like it'll be the same thing. With,
It was a better multiverse than Doctor Strange was.
Yeah.
That's true.
That's kind of
That's
where
I
it
think
was.
that's what a lot of people were highlighting. All right, let me get Judge's super chat for $5. Speaking from Louisiana, I just learned that we Cajuns are as diverse as the swamp we live in, according to Joe Biden. What's up, Judge? How you doing, man?
Man,
Tom, have you seen RRR yet?
No.
Hey, Culture, what about? I have 2 more super chats. Did you?
I'm a cultureless swine, so
I thought George had done a video on it.
Only
KJ
you had
for
a producer.
$1.99. Buy Chrissy Mears live from Jan 6 on vinyl. I realized I bought it on from Amazon, for streaming, and I haven't listened to it yet. Shame on me. I need to listen to that this weekend when I drive up to the ranch. Yeah.
Buy it on vinyl.
Yeah. Bama Grant for $5. For what I have seen and heard, Culture doesn't need to be on Twitter, considering all the shit his friends have been giving him tonight. Yes, but it's done out of hate. Okay, it's done. No, it's done out of love.
You know how you know we're his friends? We make fun of him to his face.
Yes.
We don't do it behind his back.
Yeah, well, you do that too, but it's fine.
No. We laugh at you behind your back.
That's right. We make
That's
fun
right.
of
We
you.
make fun of you to your face.
Yeah. Speaking, if Culture had better friends, the Legion of Memers, man, have been they've been at it all fucking night, dude.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Did you see the latest one from Core Member?
I'll have to check, but this is Culture Casino with chickens. I've been a bad boy.
Yeah.
Choke too many chickens.
The chicken choker. Yeah, I dropped it in the chat. If you want to, if you have the guts to put that one up.
I'm unhappy about a lot of things right now.
Oh dear God, no!
Oh my God!
Well, I was more
now.
concerned about it being like a channel strike or something. But oh my God, this is awful. This is awful.
The spelling of announces is a bit weird.
Here it comes. Oh God!
what the hell?
Victoria's Secret CEO announces layoffs. Oh my God. That was funny. All right. You guys want to watch some bad trailers?
Oh God!
Jesus Christ! So these are all movies that are coming out Friday that you can go see.
Before you do, Comics, I'm starting to fade out. So like Kathleen Kennedy.
Nickweiser, not you too.
Not Nickweiser.
I know. I'm sorry.
You're like
But,
Marty McFly in Back to the Future. You're fading.
I am fading. But anyways, chat. Thank you all for being here. Stay long, hard, and strong. I have a channel. I have a Gilded. I did a video on some things I hope to see out of the Rippaverse. And Comic Shop Top tomorrow at 9 p.m. And, of course, Toxic Tuesday, Beavis and Butthead Do America, Midnight's Edge After Dark, and of course, I Yell at Park Cars on Monday nights. Sir Comics, thank you for having me. Shout out to Quarter Black Garrett and to the panel and to the mods. You all have a magical evening. And once again, stay long, hard, and very strong. Oh, and now stay huge. Good night.
Huge.
buddy.
Good night, sir.
No ticket.
All right.
I think he tried to dodge the punch. He left before.
I think he did.
Get him out of
And
here.
remember,
And then, as always, restopping that groin.
Let's watch this amazing trailer, folks. This is fantastic. It's called American Carnage.
Is that the You Know Nothing Jon Snow chick?
No.
no.
Okay.
No, you don't know anybody in this film.
Yeah, well, maybe. Wait a minute. Maybe one person.
Maybe one person?
Yeah, go ahead.
Wow, it's rated R. That's something you don't see every day.
Parties and girls, it's gonna be lit. Later, man. My sis, going to Colombia.
Looks like I got the looks and the brains of the family.
I'm proud of you.
Okay, who are you?
So they're illegals.
Right.
But they speak really good English for being illegal.
They do.
Yeah.
We're about to see a guy in a hat being a
all
dick.
detained immigrants gone by election day.
God, like deported.
Well, you know, if you came to this country illegally, just saying.
And
Were those Obama's cages?
Yeah, those were Obama's
They were.
cages.
Okay.
And Joe
Just to
Biden's
be
cages,
clear.
too. Yeah.
Zero tolerance.
The DA is offering to drop charges if he volunteers to help care for
By the way,
senior
you knew who
citizens.
the bad guy in the hat was because he's been in a lot of stuff.
No, who is he?
Yeah,
he's been in a lot of stuff.
Okay.
It's Cooper. He's won an Oscar. Chris Cooper.
Just, yeah.
In Alcove, we truly appreciate you being here to help out our seniors.
How am I supposed to eat?
Yeah, the sad thing is after watching this trailer the first time, I think what they had here was a interesting concept if they didn't inject all this nonsense at the beginning for the setup.
Right.
So that previous guy that was on the thing said, "Welcome here." He was the star of a show called The Last Ship about a pandemic. Yeah.
I like
really
that show.
wiping everything off, and yeah.
Oh, the coming nerd. Oh my God, Ice, really? This shit is why I never watched that stupid show about screwed up families with the drug addict dad.
Shameless?
Oh yeah, Shameless.
Yeah, Shameless.
That's the one you're referring to because there's a lot of shows like that.
Yeah.
Nasty ass meatloaf. Psst, Micah, I suggest you say something, because your skin.
I'm Argentinian, boludo.
Oh, look at that. The light skin privilege.
If you stick to the program, your time here should be pretty fast and easy.
No way, yeah. Sorry.
What?
Something about die
Really
here.
got away with the ladies.
The Jordan Peele movie?
What are you talking about? You trying to escape?
You would think, right?
That's the exact same type of thing that they use for every one of his movies previews.
Yeah.
Oh!
Oh my god.
I just love how all these people that they're portraying as illegals speak perfectly good English. Just throwing that out there.
Well, these are second generation, though, I think.
Yeah. Well, if they're second generation, they're not illegal.
Right. If they were born here, they're
Well,
not.
no, I mean, but I guess technically, if they came over as children with their parents, they would speak very. Yeah, I'm not going to go into any of that. It's just
Dreamers.
Yeah, streamers. Thank you.
It's okay. Look what they've done.
I mean, the concept of like an old nursing home filled with like people that are insane and turning into monsters is actually kind of interesting, but the setup for it is garbage.
Yeah.
And it's completely unrelated setup. It's not necessarily in the slightest.
Because we all know at the end of the day that the white man's going to be the monster. So
Of course. The guy
I
with the
promise
hat.
you stick with the program, you're going to leave this place more mature. You may even gain a newfound appreciation for life.
It's Phillips. You okay? It's Phillips not breathing. Wow. Am I in here because I'm black?
Okay.
I'm black.
So somebody saw the thing.
did you hear that last part?
Yeah.
Latino or black.
Yeah.
You should have said Latinx. That would have made it perfect.
Yeah, you're Latinx.
How
So,
the
ladies
hell
and
do they
gentlemen, that
get?
is coming out to limited theaters on Friday.
Yeah,
somebody
paid money
to. How does it get into a theater? How does it get into a theater? That's the question.
Hookers and blow.
No,
I don't know.
distributors.
For people of limited discernment in limited theaters.
Well, and Tom will tell you right now. Do you realize how few films are coming out between now and like November?
I know,
Well,
but you know
don't
shit about movies, so I can't tell you nothing.
Fucking Jesus.
Bob's Burger was coming out. I went and looked for trailers, something that might be coming out for this weekend. That's what I saw. That and that Gamer movie with, oh God.
Gamer?
Bob,
you got that one.
Pencil thin Batwoman first star. Hang on.
Ruby
what's her
Rose.
name?
One Up is freaking hilarious. It's just cliche after cliche.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
There.
Look at it.
You got it? Okay.
Ruby Rose.
Yeah.
Is she still around?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Sadly.
On video.
Sorry I didn't wake you. You look so cozy sleeping through one of your fantasy beatings. Want to go to silent disco tonight? I have
I
practice.
don't see a hot tub in that room.
Wait, is this the Gamergate movie?
No, I don't think so. It's not serious.
Yeah, because I remember it was like wasn't like not the Huffington Post.
HuffPo.
Oh shit. BuzzFeed Films. They were doing like a Gamergate movie.
BuzzFeed's so ass right now, dude.
Yeah.
Only to eat and sleep. It wasn't long ago that video games were marketed entirely to a generation of guys.
Holy shoulder pads, Batman.
Dude, I think this is actually the movie.
Oh, maybe it is.
It kind of looks like it might be.
But now, gamers are everyone.
1, 2, 3, beta! You run support. Don't screw it up.
Catch that?
Dustin, they're playing.
Esports are currently failing so much so that
No.
Did they say 1, 2, 3
The team
beta?
is the betas.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense.
Focus on that. They're the betas.
Okay, so New Bomb Turk is saying yes.
Oh wow! So this is the Gamergate movie.
Yeah, because I remember something.
This thing's so bad.
Yeah, this has to be it.
Get you the lots of mine, okay?
Seriously? I'm a nationally ranked player.
The only reason you have a spot on this team is because you guys have, vaginas.
I'm done. Watch what I do. We're gonna start an all-girls team and take down the betas.
Take down the
betas.
Coach us. Come on, Mom. They need you. I mean, they're totally pathetic. Hey, we need to get back to the basics.
Hilarity ensued.
Get back to the
We're gonna train mentally.
Anytime somebody wants to get back to the basics, it means they know they're fucking something up.
Throw a wrench at them.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge the ball.
You can dodge a ball.
Lily, look out! Spiritually, we do this every Saturday. Physically, does he bring axe bodies back? I want it to be as
I'm pretty sure that was the Brianna Wu character.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Garrett will be only funding one esports team, which means it's either you or the betas.
What about my scholarship?
Unless you win, I would be forced to cancel that.
Girl power, everybody! Oh, man, isn't that 8 bits?
We're like 8 bitches. Bring it. Oh, I'm Reuben up right now.
Jump in, baby. Water's warm and I'm already wearing a t-shirt.
What is happening?
Time to reignite the fire inside of you like you're a kid again.
It's win or game over.
How is that the chicken? You never go full chicken, Lily.
Hilarious. That's funny.
So it's a bunch of women acting like men,
Right.
trying to say that men are misogynistic. Got it.
I've lost brain cells watching this.
That's pretty fucking
Four
typical,
acting
I like
like
this
men
movie the
and
first
one
time I
acting
saw it
like
when it was
Melissa
called
McCarthy.
Sorry, go ahead, Brahmabull.
I said it's 4 acting like men and 1 acting like Melissa McCarthy.
Yep.
That too. Well, Melissa McCarthy always acts like a man. That's her shtick.
Yeah.
But basically, I liked this movie the first time I saw it when it was called Revenge of the Nerds.
That was good done well.
Wouldn't it be simpler for these studios to just take the cash out the back, throw it in a dumpster, and set fire to it?
Yeah, it would be.
It'd be quicker and easier.
But they wouldn't get the message out. See, that's
I also like this movie better.
Ad.
I had a backup for that. I also like this movie better the first time I saw it when it was called Wizard, but most people probably don't remember that.
Oh,
that's why I went with
I remember that
Remember
shit.
Wizard. Everybody here.
I liked it better when it was called Pixel. Oh no, wait, no, I didn't.
No.
I liked it better when it was wait. No, look, this is the funniest film of the year, guys. What are you talking
about? I love what Mag said. It's like, as a woman, I hate this shit. Yeah.
Ruby Rose wasn't just. She just was like, get a check. Anyone? Okay, what do I say? Yeah.
Oh, you
on.
I don't have to do anything physical. Yeah, sure. I'll do this. But yeah, this is the BuzzFeed movie about Gamergate. Congratulations,
Oh, well, very
BuzzFeed.
good.
You wasted a lot of fucking money to get a trash movie
Well,
made.
they are worth exactly. Hang on, I think it's like $1.60 a share. I will double check right now.
Really?
Well,
Wow.
here's Comics and Culture going out to see this movie this Friday. So there you are.
That is a perfect face for culture on that.
It really is.
Yeah. You guys are freaking idiots, okay?
Freaking idiots. Come on, Mini-Me, let's go.
Come on, Mini-Me.
Where's the hairless pussy?
We need to get something done. We have to do it ourselves.
Oh wait, BuzzFeed went up today. It's $1.71 per share.
Price is
I didn't
over.
even realize they were even public. That's ridiculous.
Dude, they went public in a special access, or excuse me,
one of those
special purpose acquisition corp. Yeah, SPAC. And when they went live, they were like, they shot up to like $17 a share. They were like going to get to 20 something, and then they started to tank, and now they're like, firing everybody.
Well, I remember this one time I invested in Etsy when they went public, and their stock tanked, and then it spiked back up, and it was higher than what I bought it for. So.
Good. Yeah.
They think they're the Daily Wire then? Is what
No,
they
they're
think
not.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, no. I mean, I think. Wait, I could be wrong. What was the highest they've ever been? Right now, they set their 1-year target estimates $5.17. I don't think they'll ever get there. Whoever set the target smoking weed. Their market cap has collapsed. They're worth $228 million according to their market cap, but they're essentially at near fair value. They might be even still 3% overvalued at the moment.
You know, the
What
funny
was their
thing
volume
is,
today?
They
try and
did
look up One Up movie. It's not even in Wikipedia.
Is it in IMDb?
Probably.
Yeah, I think the highest it's traded at is $15 or $14.77. So, and it dropped as low as $1.61 today. So I have a feeling it'll fall off the cliff like even more. I don't. There's right now entertainment entity coverage stock shit's worth nothing because the equity groups that are involved in it, they abandoned it long ago. Anyway, sorry. I tend to do that when I talk about the business side of this shit. Get crazy about it. Yeah, everybody went to sleep.
Is this the 6-minute daily? What? I'm awake. What?
60-minute daily.
So man.
Oh no, here we go. Now I found
needed that power nap.
Let me
You know,
I'd rather have my
culture.
fingernails pulled out than watch that movie. It's just,
and
I'm a gamer.
I know everybody said this already, but yes, this indeed is the one up. Is the BuzzFeed movie.
I am going to watch this film and review the shit.
You're gonna rage watch it, aren't you? You're gonna hate.
So how much of it's gonna be bullshit besides all of it?
You're going to be the only person in the theater.
Sure.
Well,
you think this is actually going to theaters?
Yeah, I think it's being released on Amazon.
Prime.
I was going to say, I thought it was Prime.
Well, come on, they were going to release that other shit that we just saw the trailer before. I mean, that was worse than this.
Well, actually, this could be better than that, George. This film could be better than that.
George, that's going to be in at least 8 theaters, dude. Calm down.
Wow.
So, do you guys want to see the final trailer, and then we'll play Tom's thing?
Well, here's a good trailer for you right here.
Fudge.
King Broccoli. All
Chopping
hail.
broccoli.
All hail broccoli.
King Broccoli.
Chopping broccoli.
Can you put broccoli on pizza?
Yes, I've had a nice broccoli.
Have you been to
rock
California Pizza Kitchen?
I'd rather have broccoli than fucking pineapple.
Oh God, what happened to Tom?
Tom's gone.
I don't know what happened to him.
Sucks.
I was forced to eat broccoli.
He said something smart.
Bell pepper, which is fine. Mushrooms and cauliflower on pizza one time.
I heard that.
Here are things you don't put on pizza.
That's disgusting.
Cauliflower and broccoli. Those are not vegetables you put on pizza. Just don't do that. Anyway, sorry.
So,
I'm sorry, what was
according
that?
to New Bomb Turk, it's already on pirate sites. So,
hey,
is it really?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, what?
According to New Bomb Turk, it's already on pirate sites.
Oh, wow.
Which
One up,
I
yeah.
put the people with souls at the top.
All right.
I'm gonna get covered up by supers. And
If
shit.
you put
is the
you
last
and I in the
one?
middle, Toxin at the bottom, it'll look like a tree.
Is this the last Bruce Willis one?
Yeah.
No, there'll be about 6 more years of this.
Yeah.
Dude, he was making a movie every 8 days.
Well, they said that he
Remember
went
the
and filmed a
actor-
bunch of stuff before he knew he was going to be retired.
Remember the actor?
right
Was
before
it
he
J.T.
got
Walsh? J.T. Walsh was in tons of films as a great character actor. He was still turning up in movies 4 years after he died. He'd made so many movies. It's going to be the same for Bruce.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bruce Willis
Isn't
is
there
the
a
Tupac
Malkovich?
Shakur.
Isn't there a
It's not like he's
Malkovich movie
dead,
that's not
though.
allowed to be
No,
released for another 100 years or
I
something?
know, but him and Nicolas
Probably.
Cage compete
No
for
idea.
just like, one
I
weekend.
feel like whatever's going on, whatever's causing his aphasia will get corrected. I feel like
I think so.
he'll bounce back.
They'll sleeve him into a new body.
Sleeve him into an-
Dude, if they do that,
Didn't
I
he
will
make that
be-
movie? Wait, hold up. Wasn't he in that like replicant movie or
Yeah,
whatever
yeah.
it was? Yeah.
It was.
It was
All
a
right.
great film, and you know,
I don't know
it's
about that, but yeah.
not as good as I loved it. Not as good
It's
as
all right.
Get away. Look, you need me, you know that. You know leaving but your choice.
On the ground. Now! You're gonna regret this.
The audio's a little low.
It is really low.
It looks like it was shot in my backyard.
Right.
Just my testimony. Kind of complicates things.
It looks awful.
Does anybody ever ask him, like, what the fuck are you doing in this film?
He's doing about $100,000 for a week's work.
He's losing his fucking mind, and he's
takes
probably
him a week.
cashing in for his kids.
No, like the actors, like going, what are you doing in this movie? Just kick your.
It's easy cash.
There's a lot of people that when they start losing their minds, people tell them to take yet another job. We've seen it in politics and in movies now.
Yep.
I mean, at this rate, Bruce Willis could be
Repeat
president.
line.
I forgot to mention my daughter's coming in.
That's funny because the writer of this did a film called Out of Death, and you look at the two posters of the films, they're identical, even though they're two different films.
Right.
They're absolutely identical, right down to the font and the color scheme, and it's Bruce on one side, girl on the other side. So they're churning these out to a template for sure.
Yep.
That's how they get these funding. They get him in, and then they say, "Oh, we got a Bruce Willis movie," and they get a bunch of funding from it. Is all.
I mean, this legit looks awful.
It's funny because the director's previous credits are all music supervisors. He's never been a director before.
Ah.
Oh no, he's got 4 credits. I beg your pardon.
We all know the music is what makes it ominous.
It's just when a bunch of whongs and stings and piano keys. Just
Cabin, and I wanted to make sure that you're still coming.
It's the same one over and over.
That's what's broke. Yep.
So he's had 4
I'm gonna
facelifts.
do what I do best.
Really?
Yeah, based on his scars on his neck there.
Huh.
Well, they have to keep pulling the head, his skin on the top of his head back to tighten it up.
Ouchie!
He only gets second billing.
Well, interestingly enough, he probably was only there for 2 days.
Yeah, he does like a week's worth of work.
Does a lot of walking in the woods.
I think you're right. I think we're seeing all the scenes with him in
Probably.
it's probably the majority of what it is the daughter and the kidnapper.
Probably.
Right.
Yeah.
And him walking through the woods.
These are about as bad as the Steven Seagal movies that still keep putting men.
Oh God.
God.
Hey, Steven Seagal could still judo your ass to the ground.
Yeah, with what?
Sure.
Throwing
If
a
I
burger
distract
at me?
him with a piece of KFC.
All right, Tom, what do you have here?
This is something worthwhile. Come
I
on.
love this.
This
Now that you've
does
seen
look
them do
good.
the universe, it's time for them to do a new
They
series.
got their show.
Beavis, what are you doing?
Nothing.
This is gonna be cool.
Ow. Ow. Was that your butt or my butt?
I don't know. Yeah.
No, fire. Where's the bathroom?
Down the hall to the right.
Hey, what are you doing? Which one of those is your name? And which one is what you're calling me?
Shit.
Oh gosh!
There's a mosquito on your face right now.
This is the
Hold
funniest
still.
bit.
I'll get it for you.
Tough little guy.
No. Another clue.
So what do we do with it?
Elementary, my dear dumbass. What the hell is going on here? We have a bountiful harvest of produce and crafts. Well, we just came here to break stuff.
August 4th exclusively on Paramount Plus.
Oh man, I'm actually looking forward to that.
That's
Yeah, that's good stuff.
I can't wait.
The animation looks better than the
don't
movie did.
Don't
That's
you
what
feel?
Script Doctor said too. Yeah.
But Tom, don't you feel like that's in too high a resolution?
No.
I do. I'm like, you know what? Dial that back to 480p and send.
No.
All
I
right,
got
guys.
used to that aspect of it, but yeah.
We'll get these super chats and we'll call them night. So
beautiful.
All righty, Mags for $5 for the kitty treats and hugs.
Indeed. What a great night.
All right, Mazit Wizard for $5. These esportas will be perfect when they fit a woman. I'm a woman. Yeah, pretty much. I'll look at that. Master Shake from Aqua Teen Hunger
It's
Force.
Master Shake.
Where's Frylock? Anyway, for $5. Here, have my money. Thanks for the interaction. Tom and I really do like the crew you put together here. You guys have a pretty good show. Well, thank you.
Thank you, Shake.
Thank you, Shake. Master Shake. Max for another $5. This one-up garbage just makes me want to play Unreal Tournament
and Command
or Command and Conquer games and annoyance and blow off steam.
Way to go, man.
Dude,
that movie looks fucking
modern gamers would not survive Unreal Tournament, the original COD multiplayer, Halo multiplayer. You guys would cry in your freaking Cheerios while we were kicking your ass.
So we should have a Dix Division e-game night in which we have the betas versus the alphas.
Well, who's the betas?
Well, you're the leader.
If you have to ask, you're on the team.
I don't want to be either of them.
No, it's the other way. There we go. All right. A human for $5. BlackRock is sure spending a ton of taxpayer money for these crap movies.
Yep.
Yeah. Somebody's spending a lot of money for these crap movies. Might as well be BlackRock at this point. Toxic Manflu for $5. Here's a George stream.
Sorry, I meant to spell George and I put an R at the end.
George
here's a George stream super
extension.
It's a new
George stream extension super chat. There we go.
Yeah.
You invented a new activate.
Division Comics is
You're a real
ass.
Georger. You're a Georger.
Georger.
You're a Georger.
Hey, I at least read it right.
That's right.
You read it right. Hey.
I'm the whole ass who misspelled it. See, that's
Dyslexia rules. KO.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Indeed. All right. Let's start with Brahmabull and the cigarette.
And the
before we Brahmabull, there is some breaking news now that involves Brahmabull, the multiverse of balds. I am sorry for whatever condition that man has, and that he had to retire from acting because he made some great films.
Yeah, whatever is causing the aphasia is like a bummer.
I would like to get this.
I'm sorry, he has to go through
Tina Slant says, Comics did better. George is on the panel.
Well done,
Mijo. Well done, Mijo. Well, thank you. Coming for you. I'll take that as a compliment. All right, here we go. Brahmabull. Tell the people.
On another sad note, R.I.P. to Ivana Trump.
Yeah,
I saw that.
That's right, she passed.
As we were kind of talking about earlier, yeah, I've got the NES Mini all loaded up with everything that I could possibly get on it. So I'm gonna start some more game streams, doing a whole bunch of the retro NES stuff, and maybe up to the PlayStation, doing like some Castlevania stuff. So come check those out. Check me out here on Yelling at Parked Cars and on Thursday night. So thanks for having me again, Comics, and good to be on here with everybody. It was great to see Quarter Black and chat. You guys have been fantastic. So everybody have a good night and a good weekend.
Culture Casino.
I had a great time this evening. You guys are incredible.
Is he the girl in Ipanema? Oh, sorry. With the hair. Oh.
Okay, so
I like Lola better.
Lola.
I have no idea what the hell that was.
I was trying to play the music.
Yeah, play some music.
You know, you match your chair cover.
Oh my God, the cock.
I can't take when they're
kind of blend in. Look at that face. He's so pissed off right now.
I've had a great time. We wouldn't be here without you. I have a great panel. These people really, truly respect me. You wouldn't know.
We love Tolken to death.
These are my friends. My friends. Shit. Check out my channels now. Whether you follow me on here on YouTube, you follow me on all the other socials, and occasionally Twitch. But do check out Cultured Builds, the channel's building, and do check out all the amazing India films coming out of India right now that I've been reviewing, and George has been reviewing, and anybody else worth their salt has been reviewing, because there are good things in the world, folks, and we will win. Thank you, Eric July. You're killing it, brother. We love you.
Oh, hell yeah. Tom.
Hello. I know nothing. I'm an uncultured swine who knows nothing.
I know nothing.
I know nothing.
I certainly think you should check out Culture's channel where he handles the wood. That's for sure.
Hey, well, you've been there before. Oh wait, that's the late night culture stream.
I don't have a 70s rock fan, so just go with the Latino slant.
Yeah, do something good.
Carrie Smith,
and Carrie Smith.
Yeah,
she's coming up. Latino slant.
Put the Carrie Smith banner up, because that makes sense right here.
Yeah,
there you go.
Yeah, but Paulie's not joining us. He will eventually Thursday. So 70s, you mind telling us a little bit about your channel, or are you just going to waste time?
I I'm just going to waste more valuable time. I'm going to burn ESG dollars. Thank you, Comix, very much. Thank you very much for allowing me to slip in towards the end. It was very enjoyable. Thank you. Thank you to the panel for putting up with me. And
You slipped in his end?
From the back.
Totally not
Speaking
gay.
of Triple R, my big video ever was a review of that, and it's been up for a month, and it just got blocked.
Why?
After a month,
Why?
some company blocked it for a little bit of the trailer I had in it. After a month, and it's my biggest viewed original video ever. So
Sons of bitches.
He did play the whole movie, so
I did play the whole movie twice, yes, and then back. So anyway, it's not going to stop me doing more Indian movie reviews. But I'll probably be on Emma for Cocktail Lounge tomorrow night, Foulball Productions, if I get home from work early enough. Saturday morning, Pop Culture Minefield. Next Tuesday, Toxic Tuesday, Beavis and Butthead Do America. So that's going to be awesome. And it's going to be huge. But other than that, I'll see you all around wherever. Thanks to everybody.
If it's not Scottish, it's crap.
It's
George.
Well, thank you for having me on, even though I was here right at the tail end. I can't get enough. Thank you, brother.
George, if I'm going to take any man in the end, it's going to be you.
I'm not that kind of Greek.
How very
not
Greek
that kind of Greek.
Oh my.
Your tzatziki sauce is all I need.
Hey, are you familiar with directing that into bottles for shampoo and stuff, George?
Not that kind of Greek. Thank you, chat. Y'all always amazing. I gotta love y'all. I love y'all. I hope y'all have a fantastic weekend. You can catch me on YouTube at Georgia Giant Slayer. I'll have a new video about what Prime is doing with Rings of Recycled Fantasy. And it should be up for Saturday or Sunday. And then I'm going to break down the trailer, which is just hot garbage. And of course, you would know that J.J. Abrams' Acolytes did produce this because there are a few lens flares in it. Just a few. So have a wonderful weekend. And I will see you Monday.
I missed the lens flares. So.
Oh, yeah. There are a few. Yeah. They were right at the beginning.
Yeah. It just looks like generic fantasy.
It is.
Someone was asking about the T-shirt Comics. So
look at that.
Where can you get it? Where can you
okay,
get this
we're gonna be switching places, so because the mixed I want to move to mixed teas. Currently, it's on Teespring. Teespring is garbage. So yeah. We'll get rid of that. But Master Shake, he says I got rid of the rest of the crew. They had it coming. Yeah,
I believe that.
Had it coming.
Indeed.
No, the trailer was horrible. We have to talk about that Monday. Oh, that's
we will. Okay, guys. So video. I actually recorded a video last night. I just need to finish editing it. It should be out tomorrow. I'm gonna be talking about the whole Sinner Holly interaction with the crazy lady who's a lawyer, or excuse me, a law professor from Berkeley. Oh my God, it's insane.
What happened?
You haven't seen that video?
No, I haven't. I've been running like crazy today.
Dude, they can't even define a woman right now.
Yeah, they can't.
Oh,
they can't
you're talking about that committee hearing where they couldn't define the.
Well, no, not just that, but where she basically calls Senator Holly
calls him a transphobe because he asked her a question.
I hate her.
Oh, I know.
Says that he's going to have violence committed because of the.
Did he crack up laughing? Did he crack up laughing?
No,
he came close.
He. Believe it or not, he kept it under control.
See, someone has to laugh at that. You don't get it. You gotta just laugh, just laugh for a minute or two.
And Mass Grave, yes, the clickbait title is gonna be very clickbaity just for you because you pointed out last time. It's called was it oh shit? I think I'll look it up. It's something like Josh Holly, Senator Josh Holly gets owned by a Berkeley law professor. Maybe.
Dude, I'm tell you what, just consult with Mr. Grant Gregory for the most clickbaity thing ever, because I had two of them this week. I was like, dude, these are out of bounds, but they were great. So thank you.
Hey, I can never come up with clickbaity titles.
Master, you need to be a better masturbator.
Okay, anyway. So comics, what we got coming up? Member stream this Sunday, 9 p.m. After that, Culture After Dark.
Oh,
at 10.
Are we going to see him cut his hair this time?
No, but he did promise to shave his balls live on air.
Oh, okay.
So
it won't take long. They're very small.
Well, he got a brand new extra wide lens camera, so he said he wanted to try it out.
James Webb will be pointing in that direction.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
God! There was a meme or one about the James Webb stuff that I just didn't have the heart to show.
How did that work?
Did you see them calling that a homophobic telescope?
Yeah,
was an article because James Webb was a senator and a Republican.
I'm like, how did any of that work?
Christ.
So they said the article in whatever lefty rag was homophobic telescope takes pictures of deepest part of universe, and that was the actual headline.
and I'm like, what?
People are. I'll be honest with you. I mean, it just when you watch my video and you see the clip of this lady, there are two divergent realities. That are going on currently. And I don't know how this is going to end, and I don't think it's going to end very well.
No, we have two. It's like we have two movies that one half the country is watching.
Two movie, one theater. Yeah, it's
eventually you're going to have the most dominant one is going to survive. I mean, if you look at it,
it goes down to
meaning whoever fights for it.
It's without. I'm not going to ruin my video.
Don't ruin your video. Don't ruin your video. No. But I'm curious, when is Culture going to get his sandals and his like toga?
Hey, I've got a cross in the garage. Back off.
Actually, it looks more like he needs a white Russian.
Cultural.
I'd love to have a white Russian. You know what I'm saying?
Anyway, folks, thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight. Thank
Carrie
you for those
Smith
who
on
donated.
Monday. Carrie Smith on Monday.
Oh, yes.
Vinny next week. Vinny Tartamella next week.
On Thursday.
Jesus.
All right.
He's got
Culture needs to go
sandals
to
and
bed.
hair.
Comics needs to go to bed.
Sandals and hair.
I'm muting Tom.
Oh my God, I haven't heard that.
Sorry, Tom. Anyway,
toxic doesn't matter.
I can't unmute his mic now. Oh, because he muted. Okay,
he muted his own self.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, everyone, thank you so much for watching. Thank you to everyone who went and donated. Carrie Smith this Monday. It's going to be fantastic.
Monday.
I'm looking forward to it. And of course, tomorrow night, you can catch me on Friday Night Tights. As always, we'll be back Monday with Carrie Smith and here Thursday with Vinny. He did.
Vinny Tartamella did.
I have his book. It's funny because I just want to say
Enter the Kraken.
Yeah,
it was the release of Kraken. But it's
who are y'all interviewing?
Kraken.
Who are y'all having as a guest tomorrow?
Who?
On Friday night.
Razor Fist.
Razor Fist.
Razor Fist. God flipping speed.
He was on this digital stuff being recalled years ago. Razor. He's been talking about it for years. He said, "Hey, get digital. You'll just lose it all."
So Comics, are you doing a Mamber stream on Sunday?
Man boob stream.
Mambo stream.
All right. Can you migrate over to my stream at the end of that, or no?
It depends if I'm recording something afterwards, so I'll let you know. Actually, it's Sunday. I'll probably end up going to bed. Sorry, dude.
I'll come over and fall asleep again.
We'll see. I'll if I have the energy, man, I'll pop on.
Look, I can bring on the Elegant Smoker.
Yeah, I know.
It's true, he did. We'll see if Carrie still thinks it's elegant next Monday.
We shall see. All right, folks. Good night. We'll see you next time. Hit those credits.
Bye.
What credits? Oh,
roll that beautiful bean footage.
Oh.
Thanks for watching. Make sure to like, share, and comment, and subscribe if you're new to the channel. A huge thanks to all the Subscribe Star supporters. Without you, Comix Division would probably be crying in a corner somewhere. Well, hello there, big spenders. HMStix, Reuben Christopher Haynes, Roger the Shrubber, and Toxic Man Flu.
Dick.
I'm a sucker with a lot of dough. Crazy Catguy, Mr. Grant Gregory, J.A.F.O, and David Blair. Take my money, damn it. Katina Martin, Brahmabull, Commander STRAKER of Shadow, TerminusEst, Elagabalus, DariusM, Commenting is Dangerous, Salty Texas C, LDH27513, Subscriber number 22F2C6C3, Gentlemanmad, J.A.F.O, Dethangels Shadow, Dexidoodle, MechAG94, That's 70s-Rock-Fan, AJ Speaks, Pope Metallicus I, E. Clay, Billy Go Boom, No Green Rocks, Joe's Atmosphere, Digital Remnant, Just Another Red Shirt, and Peter Bigford. I'll buy that for $1. Captain Trek, TZ Canadian, Chris from the 80s, Stan 4, John B, Colin Douglas, Mr. Tickletrunk, Jenna Lynn, and user C32A7350. Thank you all for watching. You are awesome.
I forgot to grab this earlier on the Odyssey side. For 5 Odyssey coins, we have LBTR with a Spaceman Flaming Twitch.
Thanks, Eric K. Killed